Testing, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2. Score!
much slack do you need in this? I mean, we're basically, this is where it's at right now, all picked up.
Where's our jumper? I know we brought it.
Brought what? Got it.
Strength isn't built in a single race. It's earned, mile after mile, pedal after pedal, step after step. The same endurance that drives athletes to the finish line fuels the steady hands and sharp focus required in surgery. It's about resilience, precision, and commitment in competition and in the operating room. Because true performance means showing up with excellence, no matter the arena.
Need an oil change but can't find the time? Matt Bowers Hyundai has free pickup and delivery for oil changes. If you live or work near Matt Bowers Hyundai in Gulfport, it doesn't get any easier. We'll come pick up your car at your home or business, leave you a loaner vehicle, change your oil, and give you a complimentary inspection. We'll even throw in a free car wash and bring your vehicle right back same day, zero hassle. Call now to schedule.
Shop smart. Buy local. Matt Bowers Hyundai, Gulfport.
Ben & Jerry's is serving up true ice cream euphoria inside the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Biloxi. You're sure to find your new favorite among more than 34 flavors. Let us scoop yours in one of our freshly baked waffle cones. Ben & Jerry's at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Biloxi, where euphoria awaits.
Fly in for a daiquiri that scores every time. Mile High Daiquiris is an aviation-themed daiquiri shop and the official daiquiri of the Biloxi Breakers. Open 7 days a week and offering 15 refreshing flavors, Jell-O shots, beer, and even a non-alcoholic daiquiri. They supply mobile daiquiris for weddings, birthday parties, and events. Only 4.6 miles west of the Mississippi Gulf Coast Coliseum. Grab your crew and come try the best daiquiris on the Gulf Coast where flavor takes flight. Become a frequent flyer at 1107 Cohen Road, Suite B, Gulfport.
At Superior Optical Lab, we're proud to be certified as a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business and to provide quality eyewear to veterans to whom we all owe our freedom. Thank you for your service.
Recharge your body. Reset your mind. Revive your spirit. At Revive and Thrive, every detail is designed to elevate your recovery and well-being. Unwind in our serene salt therapy room and float suite. Awaken your senses with the benefits of cold water immersion. Then, step into a custom-built sauna featuring soft Himalayan salt lighting for athletes, adventurers, and anyone ready to unlock the power of recovery. Discover the difference at reviveandthrivems.com.
The Mississippi Gulf Coast is where community and teamwork come together, on and off the ice. Foshi Residential is proud to support the Biloxi Breakers as they bring the heat to the rink this season. Foshi Residential manages 3 unique apartment communities along the coast, each offering modern finishes, resort-style amenities, and a location that puts coastal living right at your doorstep. Ready to find your community? Visit foshiresidential.com/Biloxi Breakers for more information.
When injury knocks you out, Bienville Orthopedic Specialists will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Bienville Orthopedic Specialists. We will get you back.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest one. The cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged one. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
Coastal Prints is a brand new business on the coast specializing in screen printing, embroidery, and promotional items. Being local and with 30 plus years of experience, Coastal Prints carries all the hottest clothing brands and thousands of promotional items. Uniforms, workwear, hats, drinkware, coolers, tchotchkes, and much more. Coastal Prints will make your brand and logo stand out. Come see the new showroom on Seaway Road in Gulfport or visit coastalprints.com or call 228-COASTAL.
Hello out there, we're on the air, it's hockey night tonight. Tension grows, the whistle blows, and the puck goes down the ice. The goalie jumps and the players bump and the fans all go insane. Someone roars, Bobby scores, that's a good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Where players dash and skates a flash, the home team trails behind. But they grab the puck and go bursting up and they're down across the line. They storm the crease like bumblebees, they travel like a burning flame. We see them slide the puck inside, it's a good old hockey game.
Why do I want a twisted tea right now? They're everywhere. I like the red. That sounds true. However, I mean, Tom rubbed me the wrong way. Not that I want him to rub me anyway. That's he's just extremely condescending. I mean, I like him. I do. Oh, you do? Okay, good. I texted him. They're cleaning. Turner's right, bro. Yeah, it's awesome. Starting off with some heavy hitters.
Need an oil change but can't find the time? Matt Bowers Hyundai has free pickup and delivery for oil changes. If you live or work near Matt Bowers Hyundai Gulfport, it doesn't get any easier.
What do you want to buy, a Matt Bowers Hyundai?
Buy local, Matt Bowers.
Gulfport, Mississippi.
Hyundai.
It's Hockey Night live from Biloxi, Mississippi. I'm your man, Devin Dobeck, along with you. It's the Halloween home opener between the Biloxi Breakers and the Monroe Moccasins. We're so excited to get this one going. Running a couple minutes behind schedule, but we will get you where you need to be on time. It's about 9 minutes left on the clock before things will get going. The Zamboni just left the ice, but we are really excited to kick off the inauguration and the christening of Breaker Bay here on Halloween. Excited for a good one. Let's take a look at tonight's tale of the tape. If you haven't already, the Moccasins come in through 4 games with a record of 3-1-0. The Breakers 1-2-0. Moccasins swept the Baton Rouge Zydeco last weekend, so they're on a 2-game win streak. But they also lost to the Zydeco in their second game. Of course, their first, the home opener against the Breakers. I'm sure everybody remembers that one. Breakers won their last game, but it came 2 weeks ago against the Topeka Scarecrows on the road. A good win. Josh Rosenzweig will be back between the pipes tonight. Excited to see him follow up with another start after his previous win. Monroe with a high caliber offense. 5.3 goals for per game. The Breakers 4.3. They've had some good looks of their own. +5 goal differential for the Mocs, -4 for the Breakers. Power play should be flipped. The Breakers are 23.8%. The Moccasins 5.6%. Breakers power play has been one of the best in the league as of late. Penalty kill, Breakers just under 87%, Monroe 92%. The number 3 team in the Continental between the team tied for 4th in the Continental. Monroe has taken the first of 12 matchups between these two teams. As I mentioned, running just a few minutes behind pace here. We'll have everything coming right at you momentarily. Charlie Penz Jr. set to make his home debut as the Breakers boss. Excited to see what he can do in front of a lively home crowd down in the lower bowl. Still filing in, but it looks like we will have a good attendance tonight. Battling, of course, with high school football down here in Mississippi. And, of course, a lot of people want to go trick-or-treating tonight, and you can't blame them. I'm a big candy guy myself. But we're looking forward to opening weekend here. Tomorrow night, also a game, 7 o'clock CST. They're going to bring out all of the Breakers, so they'll all be introduced. We'll keep it on the ice for that. Prepping you for the pregame here, exactly what's going to happen. We're going to have a quick little intro, then we're going to go into our video. So when it pans to a video, what you're seeing is what will be on the Jumbotron, so you're not missing anything going on during the game. Once the video concludes, we'll go into our lineups, and from there into our anthem. So a lot of good stuff going on here inside the Coliseum. On tap for you in the intermissions, we're going to listen to Caden Henry on Breaker Banter. It will be part 1 in intermission number 1 and part 2 in intermission number 2. So I sat down with Caden. Tomorrow night we will watch Josh Rosenzweig. He had a lot of cool things to say, of course. Volumes of experience for Josh dating back to his time in the OHL. Back to that Charlie Penz graphic. Over 300 professional games as a player, general manager, and coach. He retired in 2022-2023 as captain of the Watertown Wolves, and in 24-25 was the head coach for Watertown through 17 games before parting ways. We're going to take a quick break, step aside, and be back in a few short moments right here on Breakers TV.
The Mississippi Gulf Coast is where community and teamwork come together, on and off the ice. Foshi Residential is proud to support the Biloxi Breakers as they bring the heat to the rink this season. Foshi Residential manages 3 unique apartment communities along the coast, each offering modern finishes, resort-style amenities, and a location that puts coastal living right at your doorstep. Ready to find your community? Visit foshiresidential.com/Biloxi Breakers for more information.
At Superior Optical Lab, we're proud to be certified as a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business and to provide quality eyewear to veterans to whom we all owe our freedom. Thank you for your service.
The officials have taken the ice here at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum. Once we get live here, we will introduce them to you as well. It looks like we do have them here. So the referees will be Bob Langdon and Steve Goody. The linesmen Jeff Marcinek and Connor Stenson. So those will be the officials in the inaugural game here at Breaker Bay. Just moments away from getting into our pregame festivities and kicking everything off here. 3 minutes remaining on the clock on the scoreboard. They have finished the ice. They're busting out all the lights, smoke, all that good stuff to get a proper introduction and christen Breaker Bay for the first time here tonight. Be very vigilant of all the songs you're hearing. I'm happy to report that we were able to figure out all the crowd mic things, so you are hearing all of the surrounding audio. My apologies for that not being delivered. We went to a new audio interface, and now we're up and running, so you will have perfect game audio going forward. Looking forward to bringing you the highest quality broadcast as promised as well. We've got all our graphics back up and loaded, so you're going to see those. You've already seen a couple, of course, but there's a lot of good things in store for you, and we appreciate everybody getting ready for opening weekend here. Happy to have you joining the broadcast. Devin Dobek along with you. As I mentioned, we're a couple minutes behind schedule here. So we'll play another quick ad, and after that we should be good to go. So stay tuned. We'll be right back for the Breakers and the Moccasins.
Looking for your next ride? Get more at Matt Bowers Hyundai Gulfport. Every new Hyundai comes with Matt's lifetime powertrain warranty on top of Hyundai's America's Best warranty and owner assurance. No one on the coast offers more, so why go anywhere else? Come see us today at our brand new showroom just off Lorraine Road north of I-10. Official sponsor of your Biloxi Breakers.
Shop smart, buy local. Matt Bowers Hyundai, Gulfport.
Ben & Jerry's is serving up true ice cream euphoria inside the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Biloxi. You're sure to find your new favorite among more than 34 flavors. Let us scoop yours in one of our freshly baked waffle cones. Ben & Jerry's at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Biloxi, where euphoria awaits.
Comes Hook. Blending the tradition of the Seawolves with the Biloxi Breakers out there with the American flag. Appears to be a little bit tangled up, but nonetheless, Hook is out there getting the crowd going, getting them fired up. And he's gonna head, circle around center ice a bit. Oh, he's found the tangle. And now we'll get ready to send it into our video.
Biloxi, Mississippi. The wait is over. A new wave is upon us. Hockey is here to stay on the Gulf Coast. Welcome to Breaker Bay.
number 6, Tim Delaney. At forward, number 9, Trey Fisher. Also at forward, number 11, Xavier Charbonneau. Also at forward, number 22, Curtis Henson. Also at forward, number 25, Dalton Anderson. Goaltender, number 31, Elwa Bouchard. On the fence, number 42, Grant Bondi. Forward, number 44, Declan Conway. Forward, number 88, Brandon Lucchese. Forward, number 93, Dylan Infantino. Also at forward, number 96, Blake Keller. And now your starting lineup for tonight's game. On defense, number 2, Frank Steinway. Also on defense, number 16, Yaroslav Yevdokova. At forward, number 23, Caden Henry. Number 19, Cole Crowder. And number 27, Lucas Pikarczyk. And in goal for your Breakers, number 34, Josh Rosenzweig. Head coach of your Breakers is Charlie Pence Jr., assistant coach Brett Riley, equipment manager Mike Roy, and team doctor Yekaterina Karpritskaya. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Lennon Gainey will be our national anthem performer. Lennon is 12 years old. You can follow him at Lennon Gainey Music as he gets ready to roll on the electric guitar for our anthem here. Bear with us here, folks. Lennon Gainey crushing it on the guitar. Getting us ready for puck drop here. Let's take another look at the Matt Bowers starting lineups for these two teams. For the Breakers, they go with a familiar face, Lucas Pikarczyk, starting at forward. On his line with him, Caden Henry and Yaroslav Dakimov. Cole Crowder and Frank Steinway make up the defensive pairing with Josh Rosenzweig in between the pipes. As for the Moccasins, they counter with the forward line of Belant, Albrecht, and Rex Moe. On defense is Fornaris and Turner. And Henry Graham in between the pipes making his professional debut. Henry Graham in 2020 to 2023 was a backup goaltender at the University of Massachusetts, a two-time Hockey East champion and a national champion as a part of that club. Following his time there, he went to Boston University for one season and then finally ended up in Lindenwood, most recently back in 2025. Takes away a hot goaltender in Sean Kuhn, who's done most of the workload as of late. And he's put together some good wins early on, but now it will be Henry Graham's net making his professional debut, and excited to see what he's able to do in between the pipes for the Moccasins. It's our Republic Finance first period set to get going here.
Breakers fans, it's Friday night in Biloxi. Get on your feet and make some noise!
And we are underway here from Biloxi at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum. Devin Dobek along with you. Flying into the end wall, that's Fornaris down across the other way. It's picked up and dropped back down low. Moccasins wearing black uniforms with a gold trim around them. A little bit of maroon mixed in as well, as this one will go for a Ben & Jerry's at the Hard Rock Cafe icing. The Breakers wearing their white uniforms with the Breakers crest featured in the middle of those. Black shoulders with blue buckets, blue pants. Charlie Penn's rocking a nice royal blue suit down on the bench right now. Caden Henry will square in for the face-off. Up really high here in the Mississippi Coast Coliseum, arguably the highest place to be in the FPHL when calling a game. Down low is Fornaris again. Started in a defensive role, but now appears to be playing down low. Sam Turner, the former Mississippi Seawolves, slings one that's deflected down into the corner. Moccasins also sporting black numbers on the back of their jerseys. Going to be a fun one for me. Pikarczyk loads and shoots, and it goes wide off the glass on the far side. Back the other way, end-to-end we go, north to south. The Moccasins turn it over quickly. Sent back into the neutral zone where it's collected by Pikarczyk at the end of a long shift for him, and he'll head off for a change. Henry Graham gets his first touch, plays it off to his D partner. Or D-man, I should say. Back the other way, here's Gerstein. Gerstein made his professional debut, one of just two rookies for the Moccasins in their lineup tonight. Henry Graham, of course, the other. Official might have taken down someone there. A tweener shot, and Rosenzweig able to hold the line. From the point, quick shot doesn't get all the way through. Down low in the corner. Moccasins trying to work it back up to the point. Leo Rockos, who was another Mississippi Seawolf, turns it over, and now Blake Keller, one of just four returners from the Seawolves, blending both eras of hockey between Mississippi and Biloxi, throwing a couple hits there, tipped over a couple Moccasins. Now back in the other way. Here come the Mocs once again. From end to end we go. Quick action here as Scantlebury entered a little late and gets caught offside. Rosenzweig might have given him a little shoulder as well. 18-14 to go here. Our clock will get going for you shortly. My apologies with that. But reading on the game clock is 18-14 currently. As this one is flipped into the neutral zone by Crowder. Collected by the Moccasins, they'll head back the other way. Sent down low for Stefanini to collect down in the corner. Run into a time or two by Curtis Hansen, as this one's kicked out into the neutral zone once again by Dalton Anderson. Anderson had a goal in the most recent game for the Breakers, a 5-2 victory against the Topeka Scarecrows. Puck bleeds back into the Breakers' end, and Cole Crowder will reset. With a burst of speed, Caden Henry turns it over, and the Moccasins get caught offside. Looked like the puck might have deflected back into the zone, but nonetheless, the linesman makes the indication, and we'll get ready for another face-off here. Taking the face-off for the Breakers once again is Caden Henry. Henry, 5'10", 175 out of Markham, Ontario. Actually was a Monroe Moccasin in the offseason before Charlie Pence Jr. traded for him. And it's been a trade that has paid dividends, no pun intended. 3 games played for Henry, and he's got 2 goals and 4 assists. Tormented the Moccasins, as you saw in our intro video, of course. Had that beautiful Bobby Orr-esque goal out in Monroe. This one goes way wide here, picked up by Rex Moe, but he can't handle it. And back the other way come the Breakers. You have Dakamov, avoids a check, but lost the puck in the process. Monroe right back the other way once again. Sent into the middle by Belant. Moe tried to get it on goal, still loose. Belant gets it on Rosenzweig, and he's able to fight it off into the corner. Sam Turner, the former Mississippi Seawolf, what a time he's had since joining the Monroe Moccasins. Was part of the trade that brought Declan Conway and Trey Fisher here to Biloxi. But Sam Turner has certainly put together another campaign like he has in the past. 4 games played, he's already got 5 points on 2 goals and 3 assists. Blake Keller back across the blue line, touching up on side is Infantino, and then Keller gets closed off by Corson Green, the former University of Connecticut product. Down low, it's picked up on the wall. Infantino pinches down low once more, trying to avoid the hit of Leah Rockos, who's out there like a bull in a china shop. Of course, a little extra energy when you're playing in your old building that used to call home. And Leah Rockos, a guy who really tore it up here, 9th all-time in the FPHL in points with 414. His career highs came with the Seawolves, had 52 goals and 99 assists in 64 games for the club. Keller back the other way, maybe numbers for the Breakers. Keller shoots, save made by Graham. And then a couple Breakers and Moccasins collide into the post, and some pushing and shoving will commence. Down low, it appears to be Xavier Charbonneau, the rookie for the Breakers, native of Val David, Quebec. Tottenham Railers product in the GMHL. Made his pro debut last weekend, still searching for his first point, but Charlie Pence had a lot of positive things to say about the effort that he was providing. And so he gets another look in the lineup tonight. Out of the lineup is Nathan Hardy, as the Breakers are going to head to their first Walk-Ons Power Play. Shout out to our new Power Play sponsor at Walk-Ons.
Penalty on the Moccasins. Number 17, Tucker Scantlebury.
The indication is Tucker Scantlebury gets a hooking penalty, and so the Breakers will head to the power play.
At 4:19, your Breakers are on a walk-ons power play.
You have Dakamov down low in the corner, run into by Crowder. Now Henry down in the corner, gets it to Conway, back to Pikarczyk rather, and it's dropped into the corner. Yaro Yevdokimov wheels around to the top. Conway back to Yevdokimov, back to Conway, playing catch still with his forward partner in Yevdokimov. Back over to Conway. 15 minutes to go in the period. Shots 2-1 Breakers. Minute 15 to go on the Scantlebury Minor. Down low, Henry had it go a little too hard off his stick, and it goes to the end wall. Back over to Henry outside the circle. Sends it up to the point for Crowder. On to Henry again, through the circle, shoot, save Graham, out of midair. Pikarczyk almost had a chance to bat it in, but it just escaped his reach. Cole Crowder will have to recollect it back in his own end. Henry Graham's made a couple big stops here early on. Breakers trying to create some more scoring opportunities. Crowder's shot goes wide over the glove side of Graham. Punted back down low by Anderson. Conway for Charbonneau. Getting some power play time as he's been a workhorse Spins one around in the direction of Graham, deflects back over to Conway. Crowder's one-timer in front, still loose. And Anderson had a chance on the doorstep before it skittered away. Rosenzweig back on over to Declan Conway. He'll slow things down behind the end line. 10 seconds to go on the power play. We will have our power play clock on you next time. Infantino enters the zone. Quick swivel pass. Charbonneau drops it on back, closing in. Here's Anderson looking in front for Infantino, and it goes through everything. And the walk-ons power play comes to a conclusion. Some murmuring going on from the Breakers crowd. It's definitely a lot more full on the side that you can't see here in the Coliseum, as that shot was after the whistle from Turner. Infantino took exception to it, and now some pushing and shoving with the former player assistant. And here we go. Gotta love fight night at the Coliseum. We'll see if we get one, but we're gonna head into our first media timeout as everybody gets untangled. We'll be back in a few short moments. Still no score from Biloxi.
Looking for your next ride? Get more at Matt Bowers Hyundai Gulfport. Every new Hyundai comes with Matt's lifetime powertrain warranty on top of Hyundai's America's Best warranty and owner assurance. No one on the coast offers more, so why go anywhere else? Come see us today at our brand new showroom just off Lorraine Road north of I-10. Official sponsor of your Biloxi Breakers.
Shop smart, buy local. Matt Bowers Hyundai, Gulfport.
Ben & Jerry's is serving up true ice cream euphoria inside the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Biloxi. You're sure to find your new favorite among more than 34 flavors. Let us scoop yours in one of our freshly baked waffle cones. Ben & Jerry's at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Biloxi, where euphoria awaits.
And we welcome you back to Breakers TV. Wherever you're joining us from, we're happy to have you on board with myself, Devin Dobek. Whether it's on at Biloxi Breakers FPHL on YouTube, on Breakers TV on Sporfy, or 106.3 FM Super Talk Mississippi, welcome into our telecast / radio broadcast wherever you're joining us from. Dalton Anderson set to take the next face-off once again. Appears to be Ben Stefanini who will join him. We've got, as finally the media timeout concludes, it's actually Fornaris out there on the dot just outside the blue line. Puck is dropped once again, tied up, and then spits over in the Breakers' direction. Conway protecting the puck with his body, dangerously takes it back into his own zone, loses control. Bunch of Moccasins swarm in to strangle the puck. Now down in the corner. A reverse hit was tried on Tim Delaney, who tipped over Andrew Belant. Referee's arm goes in the air, delayed call coming, and it's go against Biloxi as maybe a late hit there as well. And it looks like we're gonna head to our first Raven and Rose tattoo penalty kill. See who the guilty party is. Still trying to iron it out, it appears. It's Dalton Anderson credited with the penalty. And the Breakers will go shorthanded for the first time tonight. Puck is dropped once again. It's a Raven and Rose tattoo penalty kill. Albrecht sends it up to the point. Corson Green playing catch with his D partner. It spits back out once again where it's controlled. Now back up to the top. Green holds, gives back to Belant. Or rather Albrecht. Quick shot comes in and goes wide on the glove side of Rosenzweig. Up to the top of the blue line. It's kept in for a moment by Corson Green. Albrecht mishandled the puck. Albrecht, another University of Massachusetts product. Played there in 2018-2019 with Cale Makar, believe it or not, back in his time in Amherst. Infantino, a good shot block right back to his feet at the point. Green dishes it off. Back up to the point, dusts it off, walking in, quick shot, and Rosenzweig able to fight it off with the shoulder. Albrecht looking to center one for Matthews. Couldn't be cleared out by Infantino, and the Moccasins retain control. Trey Fisher out there on the penalty kill unit as well, tipped in front, and Rosenzweig stands tall, doing a full split, makes a couple big time saves. Monroe right back to it, staying on side. And a quick shot, that one might have hit the head of Rosenzweig. 40 seconds to go as a Moccasin just got clotheslined. Rosenzweig lost his hat, and so we'll get ready for another face-off. Josh Rosenzweig earned the first win in franchise history a couple weeks ago against the Topeka Scarecrows. Rosenzweig was acquired from Athens in a trade this offseason, and his time in Athens was remarkable. Second in FPHL save percentage at .926 and third in wins with 21. What a pickup that was for Charlie Penn's group. Another addition this week as Anton Borodkin was added via trade from the Indiana Sentinels for the rights to Bruno Parente, who was on the IR for Biloxi. Out to the point, picked up by Turner. Turner, a shot fake, still holding outside the circle, back up for a quick shot in the far circle, and Rosenzweig makes another save there. 28 seconds remaining on the Anderson minor. Shots are 4-3 in favor of the Mocs. The Anderson penalty assessed for holding as the puck dropped once again. Biloxi trying to clear it out. Comes all the way back to the near side. Turner looking for options, holding. Schumacher calls for it. Slides it on off. Lioracco scores! A bullet from the far circle, and his former building gives the visitors a 1-0 advantage here in Biloxi to take the life out of the home crowd on the power play. Breakers' kill has been pretty good this season. We went through the numbers, 87%, but Monroe got everything they needed, established the zone, and Lioracco's just sitting in a prime scoring area, and he's able to light the lamp. 1-0 Monroe.
Moccasins goal scored by number 19, Yanni Lioracco. Assisted by number 7.
Schumacher credited with the assist, and Sam Turner as well.
That's Lioracco from Turner and Schumacher.
So score 1-0 Monroe. Inside 11 minutes to go here in the first period. Breaking it out the other way. Stefanini closed off the puck with a back check by Steinway. Comes back around to the near side for Pikarczyk. Stolen away. Now circling around. Cunningham tried to spin one on goal. Cunningham, the leading scorer of returning Moccasins. Caden Henry, 2-on-2 the other way. Tried a toe drag, but it was snuffed out by the Moccasins. And they're able to clear, but icing will not be called. Rosenzweig thought they had one, but the officials say no. Back below the end line. It bleeds through Josh Rosenzweig on over, where it's quickly played up to the near side. Big hit on the near wall as Grant Bondi on the receiving end of a punishing hit. But right back up to his feet. Bondi recently added as well to the Breaker lineup. His 3 previous seasons at Florida Gulf Coast University in the ACHA 2 level. Before that was at Aurora University for 2 seasons at the Division 3 level in the NCAA. Down in the corner, Bondi and Infantino in a scrum. Shoots out to the Moccasins down below the goal line. They try a low angle shot to bank it off Rosenzweig. It goes awry. Let's go Breakers chant emerging down in the lower bowl here at Breaker Bay. Long shift still going out there for Colarusso, making his Breakers debut. Tewksbury, Massachusetts native. So a lot of ties to my homeland of Massachusetts participating in this game as Albrecht gives it back down low. Nice hit to the body by Infantino, and now back the other way. Lioracco shoots again. They thought it might have went in, but the referees say no, it went off the crossbar and out. And the Breakers catch their first break of the evening. Back the other way. Steinway lost it for a moment. Steinway, a former Moccasin himself. Drop pass, comes on over to Turner. Turner shoots, and Rosenzweig makes the save there. Scantlebury applying some pressure outside the crease, and we'll go to our next media timeout as some sticks begin to fly. We'll be back in a splash. Still 1-0 Monroe. Don't go anywhere.
Strength isn't built in a single race. It's earned, mile after mile, pedal after pedal, step after step. The same endurance that drives athletes to the finish line fuels the steady hands and sharp focus required in surgery. It's about resilience, precision, and commitment in competition and in the operating room. Because true performance means showing up with excellence, no matter the arena.
Welcome you back inside the Coast Coliseum. Devin Dobeck along with you on Breakers TV, YouTube, Sportfy, and 106.3 Super Talk Mississippi. 8:38 to go here, period one. Shots are 6-3 in favor of the Moccasins. Defensive zone draws controlled by the Moccasins. Cole Crowder down below the end line. Gets shoved off the puck momentarily by Gerstein. Now down low, Rosenzweig was getting flanked from the side, but the Breakers able to swat it back into the corner. Nudged out of the zone by Hansen, picked up by Conway. Conway trying to have another gear. Of course, he had quite the game in the home opener. Goal and a fight in that one, as he's going to run into his former captain, Frank Schumacher. And the Moccasins will clear. Frank Steinway there to retrieve it, and drops it on back for Crowder. Cole Crowder, of course, comes from a long royalty of hockey. His father, Troy, was an NHL enforcer who played with the Devils, Red Wings, Kings, and Canucks. Crowder, a native of Lively, Sudbury, Ontario. As Henry Graham makes another big save there, and the officials will get in to make sure there's no extracurriculars this time. 7:40 to go here, period one. Still 1-0 Monroe. Caden Henry out there to take the face-off. You have Dakimov in the shooting position behind him. Keep an eye on him. Guy who was a FPHL second-team All-Star back when he played here in 2023, had 52 goals and led all FPHL skaters, I should say, in goals in that run. 3-on-2 developing for Monroe. Back the other way. Here's Cunningham sliding it into the middle. Stefanini tried to angle one out in front, and Rosenzweig out of his crease able to break up the play. Here's a quick shot. They score! It's Yev Dakimov! He comes back quickly the other way and picks up a big goal for the Breakers. The first on home ice in franchise history. And if you called it after interacting with our Facebook video, congratulations, or on Instagram. But what a goal. You have Dakimov closing in one-on-one, able to beat Henry Graham on the far side, and we're all even. Moccasins win the ensuing face-off as the Breakers have evened this thing up. 1-1 is our score.
Breakers goal scored by number 6.
Albrecht, 2-on-1 the other way, shoots, and Rosenzweig makes save. Puck still loose, and it's fought off and out by Infantino.
12:50 in the first period.
Henry credited with the assist. What a campaign he continues to put together for the Breakers. They wanted a call there in the corner, maybe a high hit on Charbonneau, but he's back up to his feet. Now over to Keller. Keller, quick pass over into the middle. Try to triangle to Charbonneau. Crowder swats it back towards the goal, and it's knocked free. Albrecht chips it down low, and Rosenzweig will slow things down once again. Gerstein into the skates of Rasmus Asp. Asp, another decorated FPHL player. On his fourth team, played for Delaware, the Elmira River Sharks, the Venom, and now the Monroe Moccasins. Leorakos almost turned it over back in his own end, but it's banged out by Schumacher. Schumacher with a bit of a haircut, it appears, in the offseason, as Rosenzweig took that one off the face again. It's a couple shots that have hit him in the mask. Official checking with him to make sure he doesn't need a stoppage as the Breakers will dump it and change. Tim Delaney, another very recent acquisition for the Breakers, making his debut in Biloxi. Looking to stretch one out to Declan Conway. Spits free to Henry. Henry tried to center one for Yevdokimov, and now Monroe collects another turnover. A little bit of sloppy passing, uncharacteristic for the Breakers. As we get another whistle at 5:18 to go. So not quite immediate timeout. Shots are 9-4 in favor of the Moccasins, but we're all even on the scoreboard. Stefanini and Henry will go to take this face-off. Stefanini, another Massachusetts native, as if you haven't heard that state enough. Framingham, Massachusetts. Now here we go. Grant Bondi's going to square off with Kyler Matthews. Over at the center ice logo, the first fight at home. Bondi grappling. And now a couple quick rights, still throwing with Matthews over the top. Bondi flips him down, and one more for good measure. Grant Bondi brings the building alive, introducing himself to Breaker Nation off the face-off. Able to pump Kyler Matthews. The crowd's on their feet and into it. And let's see if that can generate some momentum for Biloxi. Grant Bondi, one of the newest defensemen, as I just mentioned, made his professional debut on October 11th with the Watertown Wolves. Didn't have any stats, just 2 penalty minutes in that game. And trying to find a lengthy home here in Biloxi, he might have just earned a lot of respect from not only the fans, but his head coach. Crowder flips it into the neutral zone. Saucer pass just out of the reach of Yevdokimov, but he wins the race, no icing. Pikarczyk spins it back up to the point for Steinway. Steinway shoots, it goes over Graham and away. Cole Crowder knocks it back down low where it's retrieved by Yevdokimov. In front, quick shot, Henry scores! Caden Henry puts the Breakers in front off a beautiful feed from Yevdokimov. And it's 2-1. Grant Bondi gets the crowd going. Caden Henry keeps them in it. And the Breakers with their first lead at home this season. They've still yet to get the first goal in any of their 4 contests. Come in with a record of 1-2.
Breakers goal scored by
Keller gives it on over. And now Charbonneau darting in, tried to go far side. So Caden Henry should get the goal from Yevdokimov. It looks like they got that wrong. Lucas Pikarczyk credited with the secondary assist. I'd like to give a formal shout out and apology to the Pikarczyk family. I was saying Pikarczyk the first 3 games, going off of a former broadcaster of Lucas's, and it was brought to my attention it's Pikarczyk. So apologies to the Pikarczyk family, and there's Lucas checking back in on the score sheet. Just above 4 minutes to go here in period 1. Charbonneau and Keller with a nice hit over on the near side wall of Frank Schumacher. Into the skates it comes. Gerstein dumps it in. Got spun down in the process. Not sure if that was leg to leg or maybe a stick got in there. No call from the officials. Inside 4 minutes remaining here. Period 1. Breakers with a 2-1 advantage. Picked up by Colarusso. He tries to slam it back down low, able to pick up the errant puck once again. And the pass just out of the reach this time of Curtis Hansen. Crowder flips it back up into the neutral zone. Mo slams on the brakes, and he's going to get caught offside. And that will take us into another media timeout. The Breakers with a pair of their own jump in front, leapfrogging the Snakes. And it's 2-1. We'll step away for a moment and be back right here on Breakers TV.
Fly in for a daiquiri that scores every time. Mile High Daiquiris is an aviation-themed daiquiri shop and the official daiquiri of the Biloxi Breakers. Open 7 days a week and offering 15 refreshing flavors, jello shots, beer, and even a non-alcoholic daiquiri. They supply mobile daiquiris for weddings, birthday parties, and events. Only 4.6 miles west of the Mississippi Gulf Coast Coliseum. Grab your crew and come try the best daiquiris on the Gulf Coast where flavor takes flight. Become a frequent flyer at 1107 Cohen Road, Suite B, Gulfport.
.3:14 remaining period one. Shots 9-6 Moccasins, but the score 2-1 Breakers here in the first period at Breaker Bay this season. This one goes off of Rosenzweig into the far corner. Crowder picks it up. Anderson there to help out in the corner. Hansen fights it out. Now a foot race between Conway and another turnover over to Conway, and he tried a quick shot and it was deflected wide. Back down low, it's received by Rex Moe. Hagen Moe out of the lineup tonight with an injury, as this one stretched out to Albrecht back the other way. Albrecht one-on-one going up against Frank Steinway. He blocks the shot and gets it over to Anderson. On to Crowder. Crowder slams on the brakes, slowing things down. Fights it in between the circles. Dangerous pass. Rosenzweig makes an uncomfortable looking save, but a very necessary one. Another whistle from the officials at 2:23 remaining. And so the teams will glide just outside the blue line again for the faceoff. Here in our Republic Finance first period, first intermission report coming up. We'll have a lot on tap for you. We may keep it at ice for the first 5 minutes because we're going to have a special ceremony going on. So I believe we will definitely prioritize having that. So stay tuned in our first intermission for that and more. Of course, I'll break down the game, go through all the numbers with you as usual. Pikarczyk hauling down low. Corson Green punches on over to Yevdokimov. Batted out of the air by Henry. Yevdokimov tried to float it back down low. It's picked up and intercepted by Schumacher. Moccasins continue to wheel around the safety of their own cage. Stefanini, one of just a handful of returners for the Moccasins, got taken down by Brandon Lucchese. And Lucchese is going to go for what I would imagine would be a hook. And so he'll go and join Grant Bondi, who's about to wrap up his fighting major. And so the Breakers will go shorthanded for the second time tonight. The Moccasins are 1 for 1 on the power play. Turner, cross ice pass to Liarakos, over to Schumacher. Back to Liarakos, down low, it's collected. Liarakos again, trying to go back to the near side for Turner. Swatted away for a moment by Crowder. Crowder swings it around the wall, but not hard enough. Kept in and eventually punched out. As I alluded to earlier, the black numbers on black uniforms are a little tough to read at times, so bear with me here as we try and understand everybody's typical gesticulations when they're on the ice.
1 minute remaining in first period.
Definitely have a bone to pick with the designer of those. Dalton Anderson collides for a moment, and now the other way. Charbonneau trying to find another gear. Quick stick lift, and Schumacher the veteran able to swivel away from him, but that could have been trouble. Schumacher returns for his second season as the captain of the Mocs, his third FPHL team. You can call it fourth if you include both the Danbury Whalers and the Danbury Titans. But other than that, Frank Schumacher has played for the Port Huron Prowlers and now the Moccasins. Also some time in the East Coast Hockey League and the SPHL. It's out in front, Leah Rockos couldn't win the race against Steinway. Rosenzweig lost his stick. Guy's got to find a way to get it back to him. 8 seconds to go in the period. Chance in front, Leah Rockos had it denied by Rosenzweig's errant stick. Still loose in front, everybody swatting at it. It's forced out, and the buzzer sounds, and that will conclude our first period. So the Breakers able to survive a last push from the Monroe power play and keep their 2-1 advantage heading into the break. Apologies for the camera freezing up briefly there. You didn't miss anything. As we return back, as I mentioned, we're going to keep it on the ice for our first few moments of our special intermission, so stay tuned. We'll be back in a few short moments for our regularly scheduled intermission. Or actually, you know what? We could probably mix in a little fun for you while they're setting up the ceremony. So, without further ado, please enjoy Bowers Beats, presented by Matt Bowers.
VIP. Let's kick it. Ice, ice, baby. Ice, ice, baby. Alright, stop. Collaborate and listen. Ice is back with my brand new invention. Something grabs a hold of me tightly. Flow like a harpoon daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn off the lights and I'll glow. To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal. Light up a stage and wax a chump like a candle. Dance. Caress a speaker that booms. I'm killing your brain like a poisonous mushroom. Deadly. When I play a dope melody, anything less than the best is a felony. Love it or leave it. You better gain weight. You better hit bulls out. The kid don't play. If there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves.
Share not just this venue, but the very heart of our community. Tonight, we honor their memory.
Honoring the memory quickly of Jeremy Forehand,
Director of Operations
the father of Lainey Forehand, our office manager and game day coordinator, who lost his life to cancer earlier this year on May 26th.
He never met a stranger, only those whose lives must have been right.
And then Debbie Teach as well, who passed away on May 5th, the box office manager from 2006 to 2024 here at the Coliseum. They have their pictures displayed on the video boards.
Debbie lived fiercely, and her loyalty and love for her work will forever echo through these halls. Please join us for a moment of silence to honor Debbie and Jeremy, two members of our Coast Coliseum family whose impact will never be forgotten.
No, I just got tired of walking up all these different steps.
They're showing a video on the Jumbotron. They're going to have a couple members of the families come out and present them with something. So bear with us here. I apologize. The camera is a couple levels below, so no way to communicate with them directly. But Jeremy and Debbie being honored here. Both lives were lost in May. Lainey Forehand being introduced on the Jumbotron, the daughter of Jeremy, who's the game day coordinator and office manager, as I mentioned, for the Breakers. Lainey comes out in a jersey. I'm sure an emotional time for her. Our thoughts and prayers are with her and her family.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us in this remembering Jeremy Forehand and Debbie Tish.
Thank you to everyone for bearing with us here.
At this time, we ask that you get on your feet and show both the Forehand and Teach family the same love Jeremy and Debbie gave this day.
So now the crowd saluting the memory of Jeremy and Debbie, Lainey Forehand and her mom out there. Special and emotional night with the two of them. As they'll head back inside. Once again, we'd like to offer our full condolences for the Teach and Forehand families and friends, as well as the Coliseum staff. We're going to head into our regularly scheduled ads now. Thank you so much for participating in our ceremony.
Strength isn't built in a single race. It's earned, mile after mile, pedal after pedal, step after step. The same endurance that drives athletes to the finish line fuels the steady hands and sharp focus required in surgery. It's about resilience, precision, and commitment in competition and in the operating room. Because true performance means showing up with excellence, no matter the arena.
Need an oil change but can't find the time? Matt Bowers Hyundai has free pickup and delivery for oil changes. If you live or work near Matt Bowers Hyundai in Gulfport, it doesn't get any easier. We'll come pick up your car at your home or business, leave you a loaner vehicle, change your oil, and give you a complimentary inspection. We'll even throw in a free car wash and bring your vehicle right back same day, zero hassle. Call now to schedule.
Shop smart. Buy local. Matt Bowers Hyundai, Gulfport.
Ben & Jerry's is serving up true ice cream euphoria inside the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Biloxi. You're sure to find your new favorite among more than 34 flavors. Let us scoop yours in one of our freshly baked waffle cones. Ben & Jerry's at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Biloxi, where euphoria awaits.
Fly in for a daiquiri that scores every time. Mile High Daiquiris is an aviation-themed daiquiri shop and the official daiquiri of the Biloxi Breakers. Open 7 days a week and offering 15 refreshing flavors, Jell-O shots, beer, and even a non-alcoholic daiquiri. They supply mobile daiquiris for weddings, birthday parties, and events. Only 4.6 miles west of the Mississippi Gulf Coast Coliseum. Grab your crew and come try the best daiquiris on the Gulf Coast where flavor takes flight. Become a frequent flyer at 1107 Cohen Road, Suite B, Gulfport.
At Superior Optical Lab, we're proud to be certified as a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business and to provide quality eyewear to veterans to whom we all owe our freedom. Thank you for your service.
Recharge your body. Reset your mind. Revive your spirit. At Revive and Thrive, every detail is designed to elevate your recovery and well-being. Unwind in our serene salt therapy room and float suite. Awaken your senses with the benefits of cold water immersion. Then, step into a custom-built sauna featuring soft Himalayan salt lighting for athletes, adventurers, and anyone ready to unlock the power of recovery. Discover the difference at reviveandthrivems.com.
The Mississippi Gulf Coast is where community and teamwork come together, on and off the ice. Foshi Residential is proud to support the Biloxi Breakers as they bring the heat to the rink this season. Foshi Residential manages 3 unique apartment communities along the coast, each offering modern finishes, resort-style amenities, and a location that puts coastal living right at your doorstep. Ready to find your community? Visit foshiresidential.com/Biloxi Breakers for more information.
When injury knocks you out, Bienville Orthopedic Specialists will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Bienville Orthopedic Specialists. We will get you back.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest one. The cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged one. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
Coastal Prints is a brand new business on the coast specializing in screen printing, embroidery, and promotional items. Being local and with 30 plus years of experience, Coastal Prints carries all the hottest clothing brands and thousands of promotional items. Uniforms, workwear, hats, drinkware, coolers, tchotchkes, and much more. Coastal Prints will make your brand and logo stand out. Come see the new showroom on Seaway Road in Gulfport, or visit coastalprints.com or call 228-COASTAL.
Hello out there, we're on the air, it's hockey night tonight. Tension grows, the whistle blows, and the puck goes down the ice. The goalie jumps and the players bump and the fans all go insane. Someone roars, Bobby scores, that's a good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Where players dash and skates a flash, the home team trails behind. But they grab the puck and go bursting up and they're down across the line. They storm the crease like bumblebees, they travel like a burning flame. We see them slide the puck inside, it's a good old hockey game.
What do you want to buy, a Matt Bowers Hyundai?
Buy local, Matt Bowers. Gulfport, Mississippi. Hyundai.
And we welcome you back as we get ready for period 2 here. Taking a quick look at our summary here into the first intermission. The Breakers lead it 2-1, but the shots 12-6 in favor of the Moccasins. The Moccasins got on the board first at 8:40 on the power play. Leo Rocco's netting his second of the season in his homecoming to Mississippi. On the other end for the Breakers, Yaroslav Dakamov pots his 4th of the season at 12:50. A beautiful goal to beat Graham on the far side and tie it at 1. Less than 2.5 minutes later, Caden Henry picks up his 3rd goal of the season off a beautiful assist from Yaroslav Dakamov, and that's where we reside at 2-1. Taking another look at the breakdown of the statistical numbers through one period. The score 2-1 in favor of the Breakers. Shots 12-6 Moccasins. The Mocs 1 for 2 on the power play, but they're going to have another 23 seconds to go on that second penalty. So that number's still technically not closed. The Breakers 0 for 1 in their one opportunity. Penalty minutes are 9-6. Of course, those numbers skewed by the Bondi and Matthews fight, which earned both teams 5 minutes. But we're about a minute away from puck drop here as the Breakers are set to take the ice, and we're ready to go here. Period 2. It's our Aaron's second period. Shout out to our friends at Aaron's for their support of Breakers hockey. But a thrilling 20 minutes to be in Breaker Bay, as we hope the middle chapter brings more of the same. Charlie Pence Jr., a coach who definitely is always looking for more from his team. They have the lead, but they've been outshot and given up some quality chances. Josh Rosenzweig has been the story in between the pipes, making sure the Breakers could keep their lead. He's a guy who really had Monroe's number last year, playing with the Athens Rock Lobsters. A guy who shut them down, it seemed like almost double-digit times. Every time he was in goal, the Moccasins were having their struggles. As the Moccasins return to the ice, the Breakers will do the same. Here comes Josh Rosenzweig leading them out of the tunnel.
Gentlemen, returning for the second period of tonight's game, would you please welcome your Biloxi Breakers?
That's Mitch Arbaugh, the new public address announcer for the Biloxi Breakers, doing a great job of, especially considering the massive shoes he has to fill with Josh Law, who was a fan favorite here on the mic for the Seawolves in the previous 3 seasons. He's now been called up and joining the Florida Everblades of the ECHL. So Josh in the house tonight, taking in some FPHL action, back on his old stopping grounds, and you know he's got to be pretty thrilled to be back in the house. Rosenzweig gets his stretches going just outside his crease, a tradition that he's done, something that the Athens fans truly remember. He would get his stretches going on the video board out there in Georgia before the start of the period. But we're getting ready now to tap into period 2. Caden Henry, couple more twirls. Looks like the officials are still figuring some things out down in between the glass. And now we'll skate to center ice at the Breaker crest for another puck drop. Whether you're joining us on Breakers TV on YouTube or Sportfy or on 106.3 FM Super Talk Mississippi, happy to have you with us. My name's Devin Dobek, the broadcaster and director of media for the Breakers this season. Looking forward to 52 more games after tonight, as we'll take you through the adventure of the Breakers in their new era. Henry's quick shot, save made by Graham. He had to fight that one off the far shoulder. So another quick opportunity for the Breakers. That one came short-handed as the Raven and Rose tattoo penalty kill comes to a conclusion. Just about 30 seconds gone by here, period 2. Monroe now back to 5-on-5, so they're officially 1 for 2 on the man advantage tonight. Sent into the middle by Cunningham, but Belant had a little trouble handling it. Sent into the middle once more. And now Steinway backhands one over into the corner. You have Dokimov up the wall to Caden Henry. What a duo those two have become. Seems like every point or every goal scored by one of them is assisted by the other. Down below the goal, it's Matthews, who took the receiving end of a few Grant Bondi bomb rights earlier. But staying in this game, of course, hockey a physical game, and I'm sure that's not Matthews' first dance, and it won't be his last. Drop pass into the neutral zone. Here come the Moccasins. Trouble entering the zone at the blue line. You have Dokimov, or rather Charbonneau, trying to punch it free, but it's kicked back down low by the Moccasins. Over on the far side now, in the corner, Cole Crowder bangs into a mock there. Out into the middle, quick shot. Rosenzweig tried to make himself big. It came off the glass behind him. Another chance in front. Rosenzweig down in the Dirty Bird makes an incredible save to keep his team in front. Shot blocked down in front, actually still got through to Rosenzweig off of Keller. And now Crowder makes sure that nobody's going to touch his goaltender. And we'll have another face-off here at the 17:57 mark. Fun night of hockey we have in store for you. Still plenty more to come. 38 minutes remaining here, period 2. Hope you enjoyed our first intermission report. Unfortunately, we did not get to uncork Caden Henry's interview with that special presentation. But a really nice moment to honor Jeremy and Debbie here, 2 Coliseum staff members who passed away back in May. Hansen down to his knees, tries to play it out of the zone. He's able to with the help of Derek Dubé-Plouffe. Now back the other way, skating down into the corner. Picked up for a moment by Anderson. He takes a big hit and avoids it, able to play the puck out of the zone. Forced over to Conway. Breakers heading into the offensive zone as Anderson and Asp get tangled for a moment. Frank Steinway on over to Cole Crowder. Crowder wraps it around the wall. Picked up by Conway. He tried to deflect it into the zone, but a carom was back on over to Stefanini. Stefanini over for Sam Turner. I'm sure there's a bunch of Sam Turner fans in the house tonight with his homecoming. The first time he's played here in an opposing jersey. Guy very well respected. As now a collision in the corner. Steinway back up to his feet. Conway, former Monroe teammate of Steinway, now Breakers teammate, able to help out, and the Breakers exit the zone. Here comes Yevdokimov over to Henry. Henry holding backhand feed. Yevdokimov in front, still loose, trickles around, he scores! It's Yaro Yevdokimov again from guess who? Caden Henry. Or maybe it's Cole Crowder leading the line instead, so maybe a deflection out in front. And Cole Crowder picks up his 3rd goal in 4 games as a Breaker. Scored his first professional goal for the Breakers against the Moccasins back on October 11th, and he's able to swat this one while it was in midair into the goal. So it will be Crowder from Yevdokimov and Henry. Some pushing and shoving going on here over at the blue line. But it looks like the Breakers are going to say, we've got all the momentum. We don't need to drop the gloves and spend any more time in the penalty box for extracurriculars. So for now, they're giving the assist to Henry and Bondi, but Yevdokimov looked like he got a touch off the post that time, back behind the play by Charbonneau. He's had arguably the most high-quality chances for the Breakers in the time he's played on the ice. As the door opens there on the far side on a booming hit. Grant Bondi, physical presence for the Breakers. That's been one area they've been lacking in through the first few games this season. So to see him out there banging bodies around, it's definitely a breath of fresh air for Breaker Nation. Shots are 13-8 in favor of the Moccasins. Face-off won by Monroe. Back down low to Rosenzweig. Comes on over to Conway. Spit out for Bondi in the neutral zone. Him and Matthews collide, or rather that was Hansen. Hansen trying to pinch the wall. It kicks free to Delaney. Delaney touches it in to the zone. Inside 15:50 to go here. As the Moccasins will dump it on in. Actually a shot that hit Rosenzweig. It looked like it stunned him for a moment. He looked to the official, it appeared, but we play on. Monroe slowing things down behind the goal. Quick chance in front. And Conway looking to force it out. Can't do it at the blue line. Sent over to the near side. Hansen gets it to Henry. Henry takes a couple slashes. And now Monroe right back into the zone. Albrecht with a taste for blood. Driving the goal. Still loose in front. And it went in. They will say it went in. Might have went in with a hand. We'll see if head coach Charlie Penz is going to want to review this one. Of course, if he's unable to get it, then it will be a 2-minute penalty. So we'll see what he elects to do. He's got the iPad down on the bench. The official's still waiting. And it looks like we'll play on at 3-2. That one, similar goal to Crowder's, might have been swatted out of midair. And so the Breaker lead dwindles to 1. Crowder couldn't push it forward. Now another quick chance. Gerstein gives it on over, and now Rosenzweig gets run over. All kinds of animations there as Scantlebury ran him over, still tied up with a few breakers. But the play happening all the way back the other way. It looked like Scantlebury kind of just toe-picked and ran over into Rosenzweig. As now here's a quick shot, kick save, rebound, Rosenzweig again. End to end we go. Here's Henry with speed, slap shot goes wide on the blocker's side. 14.5 minutes remaining here, period 2. Liarakos tips it into the corner. Steinway below the end line. On over for Cole Crowder. Steinway once again picks it up. 6 minutes gone by as Steinway goes down hard into the wall. Big booming hit down in the corner as Cunningham heads off for a change. Blake Keller sends it up to the point for Delaney. Delaney gets beat at the blue line. Now here come the Moccasins. Crowder trying to make up some room on the backhand. Chance in front, Rosenzweig. Give me that. Infantino down low in the crease getting involved. Josh Rosenzweig has made some key saves tonight. Despite a flurry of Monroe shots. In the period, they are 3-2 in favor of the Mocs as we'll head to our first media timeout of period 2. Hold on to your breath. We'll be back in a
When injury knocks you out, Bienvo Orthopedic Specialists will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Bienville Orthopedic Specialists. We will get you back.
of our first media timeout in period 2. Devin Dobeck back along with you from high above the ice at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum. 13:54 to go here, period 2. Our score, Breakers 3, Moccasins 2. Professional debut for Henry Graham down back the other way on the left side. 3 goals on 8 shots. As now it's Matthews just inside the blue line, shooting through traffic, never got all the way through. Keller tries to pirouette away from a man. And now a tie-up of the stick of Lucchese. He's able to work his way through, forcing one on goal. Save made by Graham. And that will lead to a face-off. And now some more pushing and shoving down in the corner. Looks like Infantino, Keller, and Charbonneau in there. Now coming in to grab a man is Tim Delaney. No gloves have dropped yet. But the officials trying to calm everybody down here. You think this will be a rivalry? I'd say so. Matchup 2 out of 12. 10 more times we're going to get these two teams. And what a show they've put on in their first meeting plus. Lucchese talking to the official, maybe asking why there was no hooking call there. That looked just like a tough collision, could have gone either way. Unfortunately, the Moccasins will like the verdict there. Caden Henry and Andrew Belant out there once again. Conway taken down, no call. Looked like he was just hit down with a shoulder check as opposed to a stick, but went down as if it looked, or as if it was a trip. Now here comes Monroe. On over, quick shot, Anderson might have stung Graham as that one goes up and into the seats. Of course, no netting here at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum, so usually you gotta have your head on a swivel, but how about when there's no netting protecting you? And the seats are above the glass over on the left end of our arena. It's another mile-high daiquiri puck out of play, as Breakers will get set for an offensive zone draw in the Monroe end. Pikarczyk tried to force one on goal, goes wide. Schumacher breaking it out of the zone. It's sent across for Dubé Plouffe. Dubé Plouffe swatted on the hands by Yevdokimov. Now quick chance, a tip in front by Schumacher once again, or rather Stefanini. Just saw the letter on the jersey that time. Stefanini, of course, the assistant captain, Schumacher the captain.
There goes our second.
It's another mile-high daiquiri puck out of play here at the 12:43 mark, excuse me. I'll get better at the clock, I promise. I get too excited in the game and I forget to press play at times, so bear with me there. Didn't have to do the clock in Topeka. Definitely took that for granted because we were using their score bug. So I will get the clock down, just bear with me here. I'll continue to get the time accurate for you nonetheless, as this one awkwardly punched up into the air by Henry Graham. Kind of a knuckleball that came in at him. Now into the neutral zone, Cole Crowder. Bank pass off the wall to Henry. Sent back into the Monroe end. And now it's going to be Scantlebury. Scantlebury's been quiet tonight, usually an energy spark plug for the Moccasins, a guy who plays a physical brand of hockey. Over 200 minutes in the penalty box last season with the Port Huron Prowlers in what was also an offensive career year. Below the end line once more. Through Gretzky's office, down low in front on the doorstep. Another bank shot, Rosenzweig holding the post, and it's skated out and sent out. Colarusso going hard into the corner. Collides for a moment. And now into the middle, backhand opportunity. Rosenzweig, a couple rapid fire saves. Oh, he's been special tonight. And now Henry, 3-on-2 for the Breakers the other way. Looking to center one, goes all the way around the wall, right into a big collision. Didn't catch him too good, but certainly looked like it was going to be dooming. Pikarczyk. And now Henry goes off for a change. Puck still free. Crowder trying to shove off his man. Down into the corner goes a Moccasin. Looked like he might have put his hand on the puck for a moment. Fans want a penalty standing up behind the goal, or they want somebody to get hit. Nope, they're yelling at the officials now. Couldn't tell from here. As you have Dockma back for Keller, tried to go short side on Graham, who once again holds the post, and Keller takes a big hit into the end wall. Keller had 21 points last year as a Mississippi Seawolf in his professional rookie season. Minnesota native out there wearing number 96 with that blonde long hair. That one we can definitely catch. Well, all the breakers, we can see their numbers perfectly fine. Charbonneau. Off the wall for Keller, bank pass. He tried to touch it through the defender's legs, but it was poked away. Lucchese with a physical effort able to finish the job and get the puck in deep as we reach the midway point here in the hockey game. Halfway home at Breaker Bay. 10 minutes ago, period 2, score 3-2 in favor of the Breakers. Shots 18-9 Monroe. Out at the point, Cunningham loads up. Quick shot, Rosenzweig. A glove save, and he'll hang on. 9:45 to go. Some more pushing and shoving. Conway down in the middle of it. A physical catalyst in this developing rivalry. And we'll take another quick break. Bear with us. Back in a splash right here on Break.
Recharge your body. Reset your mind. Revive your spirit. At Revive and Thrive, every detail is designed to elevate your recovery and well-being. Unwind in our serene salt therapy room and float suite. Awaken your senses with the benefits of cold water immersion. Then, step into a custom-built sauna featuring soft Himalayan salt lighting for athletes, adventurers, and anyone ready to unlock the power of recovery. Discover the difference at reviveandthrivems.com.
Coastal Prints is a brand new business on the coast specializing in screen printing, embroidery, and promotional items. Being local and with 30 plus years of experience, Coastal Prints carries all the hottest clothing brands and thousands of promotional items. Uniforms, workwear, hats, drinkware, coolers, tchotchkes, and much more. Coastal Prints will make your brand and logo stand out. Come see the new showroom on Seaway Road in Gulfport or visit coastalprints.com or call 228-COASTAL.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest one. The cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged one. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
And we welcome you back. That media timeout fell a little short as the face-off, you didn't miss much. Quickly goes out of play for another mile-high daiquiri. Another mile-high daiquiri puck out of play. Steinway takes a hit to make the play over to Conway. Goes through Conway, tipped in front for a moment by a Moccasin, and finally sent out by Anderson. Moccasins have brought the physical play. Conway hits the brakes. Tries to hit a Moccasin in the back. That was Belant. And now the other way. Slowed down for a moment at the blue line. Breakers back the other way. Declan Conway running out of gas and room, and that shot goes wide. Monroe back to business. Steinway hit hard into the wall in a vulnerable position there. Fernaris gives a quick shot, or quick pass for a shot that goes wide. Hansen on over to Crowder through the neutral zone. Wraps it around the dasher. Conway tried to pin it against the wall, but instead it's going to go the distance after another quick sweep, and we'll have a Ben & Jerry's icing coming now at the 8:45 mark. So the Breakers trying to find some more shots on goal. They do have the lead, but Monroe is starting to bring the boom. And with all the physical play we've had and pushing and shoving after whistles, it really is amazing. We have not had as many penalty minutes as you think. You look at an FPHL score sheet often, and it is a laundry list. Something that you'd have to scroll through a couple times in order to see everybody on there. But tonight, we've only had a couple minor penalties each way, and of course the fight with Bondi and Matthews. Couple Moccasins getting reverted off the face-off dot. Caden Henry ready for the offensive zone draw, and we're back underway. Rex Moe picks it up below the end line, tried to get it out. It's batted down and kept in by Bondi. He forces one on goal that Henry Graham has to fight off. Pikarczyk swiveling over in the high slot, shoots one in front, deflected for a moment, and it goes wide. Henry, a low angle shot from the circle, and Henry Graham says no to Caden Henry. Now once again the Moccasins with an odd man rush developing. Fernaris, cross ice pass, gets through everybody. Albrecht is going to be there to retrieve it though. Turns it right over to Henry. Henry flips it up by the video board and almost bounced down and through to Yaro Yevdokimov. Those two playing together with their chemistry is a thing to watch. And then you add the team's leading points getter Declan Conway to him. What a top unit for Charlie Penn's group. Inside 8 minutes to go here in the second period. Bondi down low, can't force a turnover. Matthews, good effort to keep it inside the blue line. Pikarczyk had Yevdokimov looking to cherry pick down by the opposing blue line. And that one just flutters over the blue line, so we'll have another face-off coming. And it definitely has been a game that has gone back and forth. Neither team establishing too much zone time other than the pair of penalties.
Let me get a let's go Breakers! Let's go Breakers!
Infantino, face-off deep, got taken down. Referee put his arm up for a moment and looked like he almost was going to call a penalty, the linesman that is. But then when maybe it was just to try and keep his balance, he put his arm in the air. As now a stick lift by Lucchese. Rosenzweig comes out to play it, and a call coming. So Lucchese's going to be booked for the second time tonight. That one just a stick lift. I'm not sure I agree with that. They're going to book him for a slash, though. The stick went up in the air, and Lucchese will have to go serve another 2 minutes. He's a grinder for Coach Penn's group, playing in both the forward and defensive role this season. And when you play physical and you play aggressive, penalty minutes are going to come. And so Luch will take another 2 minutes, and we'll see if the Breakers can survive this one with the lead. It's another Raven and Rose tattoo penalty kill. Monroe wins the draw. Schumacher. Quick pass for Liarakos. Back to Schumacher, tiptoeing the blue line. Shoots from the point, deflected down in front. Dubé Plouffe, denied by Rosenzweig. And he covers up to an ovation from the home crowd here at Breaker Bay. Another big-time stop. Josh Rosenzweig back to his full potential here in Biloxi, of course, in the Monroe home opener, Game 1 for the Breakers. He was pulled from the game after giving up 4 goals on 11 shots. That is not the same goaltender in the blue paint tonight. What a performance for Josh Rosenzweig. Still plenty of hockey left to go, including some time on this penalty kill. A Raven and Rose tattoo penalty kill. Liarakos meandering down low, sends one on Rosenzweig, who gloves it out of midair once again, forcing another face-off. Penalty kill unit for the Breakers is Crowder out there with Dalton Anderson. Frank Steinway makes up the defensive pairing with Crowder. And Xavier Charbonneau, a quick forward out there to complete the 4. Out at the point, holding, shooting is Turner, and Rosenzweig uses his radar to track that one down, and now the Breakers come to the defense of their goaltender here. 6:47 remaining, and another 127 on the minor to Lucchese. The pressure and the tempo definitely being applied by Monroe here. There's a couple Monroe fans in the house. It's only about a 4-hour trek. The team came on the bus today, but a rather manageable ride when you consider some of the places you got to travel here in the FPHL. But between Monroe, Biloxi, Baton Rouge, and the Georgia teams, you're looking at only about 6 hours by bus. As the officials are once again going to throw off Yanni Liarakos from the face-off circle. Tucker Scantlebury subs in to take it, and he wins it against Infantino. Moccasins right back to work in the offensive zone. Slowing things down is Turner. Now a quick pass to the near side. Rosenzweig right to left. Another one. You could build a highlight reel in this period for Josh Rosenzweig, as he continues to impress. Turner off the feed from Liarakos, right back to him. Quick shot through traffic, and a save made. Closing in on the 6-minute mark here. 50 seconds to go in Lucchese minor. Another slap shot, they score. Banging their glass at the Breaker fans. It's Liarakos again. And we're all knotted up at 3. That will conclude the Lucchese minor. And Rosenzweig's luck finally runs out here on a bullet from Yanni Liarakos for his second of the evening. So just like that, the Breakers' 2-goal lead is now diminished. 3-3 our score. Shots are 26-11 in favor of the Moccasins, outshooting the Breakers in the frame 13-5. But the Raven and Rose penalty kill has expired. .606 remaining here, period 2. Caden Henry, with the draw just outside the blue line, is able to win it back to his defensive pairing. So it is indeed Liarakos once again. So the Moccasins have scrambled together 2 goals in the second. The Breakers just the 1. You have Dakamov closing in, takes a couple stick checks. Puck deflecting up in the air. He tried to swat it on goal, kept in by Delaney. Swing and a miss, gets it to Pikarczyk though. Back on over to Delaney. Delaney, dangerous pass, kept in at the blue line by Grant Bondi. And now down low, puck pinballing around in front. Pikarczyk couldn't reel it in. Moccasins trying to create an opportunity back the other way. Here's Albrecht. Power move towards the goal. Rosenzweig with the blocker makes the save. Lost his stick and now is able to make another save and hold at the 5:24 mark. 27-11. Still the shot totals. Breakers have been on their heels here in the second period. Started out fast and furious with another Cole Crowder goal. But since then, they've let up on the gas, and Monroe has climbed back into this hockey game. Out into the neutral zone, it comes again, falling down to Rasmus Asp. Sent back into the O-zone, Corey Cunningham. Corey Cunningham, related to country singer Nathan Cunningham. He's also a Prince George, British Columbia native. Highest shot percentage on Monroe last season at 15.8%. And the most goals by a player in the Moccasins uniform at 23. Chance in front, tipped by Conway, never got in on goal on Henry. He's had a pretty light workload here in the second period. But his early blunders have allowed the Breakers to pull ahead, and now the game's tied. Bank pass down below the goal. Blake Keller trying to punch it back up to Infantino. Loose puck. Keller able to reel it in again through some contact into the Moccasins. He'll enter across the blue line. Dumps it off to Conway. Swiveling from a hit. Crowder lost it in the skates. One-on-one back the other way, but no help for the Monroe Moccasins on the entry, and the Breakers able to fight it back on out. Closing in on 4 minutes to go. Stretch pass, batted out of the air by Crowder. Sent back in front, dangerous area. Colarusso able to get it to safety. And now here comes Keller back the other way. Breakers fans need some momentum to get back in it. Crowder's quick shot fought off by Graham. Gerstein flips it up to Infantino, played with a high stick, but then touched by a Moccasin, no whistle. Off the skate of Crowder, goes to Mo. Mo shot tipped in front, and Crowder able to wheel back around the goal and dump the puck out of the zone. Big man falls down hard. Cole Crowder, 6'5", 200 plus. And it's a lot of man falling down on that check there. Slow to his feet, didn't like the hit, had some words for the officials, but we play on again. Another chance in front, up in the air. Rosenzweig couldn't locate it, came down, might have hit him in the pads once again on its way back down. That could have been trouble for the Breakers. As now you have Dokimov, power moving back below the goal. Chance in front, Henry, the follow by Charbonneau, floats over the crossbar and out. Inside 3 minutes to go here. Albrecht looking to start something, maybe a 3-on-2 for the Mocs, but the pass skitters through to the near side. Frank Steinway on over to Pikarczyk. Pikarczyk swats it back into the Breakers' O zone, where it's turned over to Matthews. Matthews, north to south the other way, Fernaris. Fernaris had a goal and 7 assists coming into the evening. He's been another big part of this Monroe offense and a big addition for Nicholas Perkins' group. Rather, Rich Parente, of course, the head coach, Perkins the owner. A nice head fake by Richie Colarusso, but then he lost the puck in the process. He will dump it on in, and referees will say no icing. And now Cunningham with a burst of speed, one-on-one with Rosenzweig. Oh, what a glove save! And Rosenzweig flips it on out and now goes to protect his man. He's gonna grab a moccasin, and Rosenzweig took a little exception to something. Ripped off a helmet of a moccasin. The fans excited. Rosenzweig is gonna be escorted to the bench. Looks like a media timeout. The crowd back into it though. Charlie Pens pleading his case with the officials. We'll see how they iron out all this penalty time, but we'll take our media timeout while we can. Back in a splash with someone headed a man up.
The Mississippi Gulf Coast is where community and teamwork come together, on and off the ice. Foshi Residential is proud to support the Biloxi Breakers as they bring the heat to the rink this season. Foshi Residential manages 3 unique apartment communities along the coast, each offering modern finishes, resort-style amenities, and a location that puts coastal living right at your doorstep. Ready to find your community? Visit foshiresidential.com/Biloxi Breakers for more information.
At Superior Optical Lab, we're proud to be certified as a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business and to provide quality eyewear to veterans to whom we all owe our freedom. Thank you for your service.
So Josh Rosenzweig has been assessed the only penalty thus far, so it looks like another Raven and Rose Tattoo penalty kill coming. So we're still trying to figure out exactly what the call was assessed for to Rosenzweig. Still not updated online. The only penalty prior to Rosenzweig's in the frame was Brandon Lucchese's minor for slashing. So 1:57 to go, and the Breakers will be short-handed for the duration of that, barring a Monroe tally. Both team owners in the house tonight, Chris Briniarski and Nick Perkins. Briniarski with the Breakers and Perkins with the Moccasins respectfully. So definitely some big eyes watching in this hotly contested affair. 100 seconds to go in the frame. Leah Rocco sniffing for goal number 3. And that one goes up and out of play for another mile-high daiquiri puck out of play. So another defensive zone draw for the Breakers. Tie up on the face-off. Won by the Moccasins after all that. Out to the front. Schumacher's one-timer almost was tipped in front, but the Breakers are able to send it the length. No Ben & Jerry's icing this time as the Breakers are short-handed. Now back the other way. Stretch pass. Off the tape of Cunningham, bleeds through to his forward partner, who's then rubbed off with a nice hit by Cole Crowder. A couple cowbells ringing in their appreciation for Cole Crowder's physical play there. Now in front, Cunningham had a chance in a dangerous area, but it once again came through to the blue line. Schumacher's one-timer goes wide on the blocker's side. Shots 30-12 in favor of the Moccasins. 46 seconds to go in the period. This blast goes way over the cage as well. Moccasins, all kinds of pressure on the Breakers. Leah Rockos again holds and shoots. Rebound, nobody in front of the goal, they score. And now some serious pushing and shoving. Rosenzweig getting involved. He's going to get back up to his feet, not happy. And so 3 unanswered goals from the Moccasins give them the lead at 4-3. It's another goal on the power play for Monroe, and the Rosenzweig penalty proves to be costly. He's having a conversation with the official and clearly not happy with whatever was going on in front there. Maybe he felt a little constricted trying to get back over to the far side. A couple Moccasins right around, maybe in the blue paint. Charlie Pence Jr. over on the iPad deciding what's going to happen. The officials are taking a look at the iPad as well. So we'll sit tight for this review here with 32.5 seconds being restored to the clock. We'll call it 33. Referees are going through it right now. So let's see if Rosenzweig's plea is going to take a goal off the scoreboard. It has been changed to 3-3, or maybe it never changed to 4-3 on the Jumbotron. But they'll continue to take a gander at the iPad down there as we sit tight and await the decision. Replay courtesy of the Sporfy Network. Referee's taking a long look down there, along with Charlie Pence doing his own analysis over on the bench. Once again, the referees tonight, Bob Langdon and Steve Goody. They're using the technology down in between the benches to figure out what's going on. Helmet comes off one official. I'm sure they're getting a little sweaty and tired trying to keep up with everything. As now we have a verdict, it appears. Are the officials still looking at it? Probably using the slider to go frame by frame and get a full view. Cole Crowder getting an explanation from the officials down there as well. And it looks like they will put the goal on the scoreboard. So it is 4-3. And we'll see if the Breakers now have to go shorthanded once again following the review. Shots on goal 33-12 in favor of Monroe. You have Dakamov on the near side wall. Might have been an official review if there was no penalty assess. Another one! Here they come, end-to-end we go. It's a one-timer set up. We'll see who leads the line. But in a matter of 12.5 seconds, the Moccasins add another just like that, and it's 5-3. The shots have really become lopsided, and now the scoreboard is beginning to favor the Moccasins as a result. Rosenzweig slows this one down, 12 seconds to go. Breakers have 6 shots in each period. Charbonneau back across to Blake Keller. Keller over to his backhand, slowing things down. Below the goal, it's Infantino in front. Quick chance for Charbonneau. And now a couple Moccasins going to come, and that will conclude our second period. So some entertaining fireworks towards the end there, but it's the home crowd who's going to have to will their team to a big third period coming up in just a few short moments. It's been a fun hockey game, but it's 5-3 Moccasins. They outscore the Breakers 4-1 in the second frame. All 4 of those goals unanswered. So we'll take a quick break and be back in a moment right here on Breakers TV. Devin Dobeck here with Caden Henry, a forward for the Breakers early on this season. Caden, thanks so much for joining me on the show. Happy to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Well, Caden, a Canadian native, your upbringing in Markham, Ontario. Take us through growing up in the country of hockey and just kind of what developed your love for the game.
Well, I grew up in Whitby. I was born in Markham Hospital, but yeah, I grew up playing soccer and hockey my entire life. Like, I started playing soccer when I was 3 years old, and then I started playing hockey when I was 6. And so, like, from that point on, I played soccer and hockey at the highest level until I was about 16. And like, it was funny, like my entire life, I didn't know, like I loved them both so much. I was like, I didn't know if I wanted to play soccer.
Torn between the two?
Hockey. Like, I just loved them both so much. And, you know, when it came down to when I was 16, like, pretty much had to choose. I was like, it was easy. Like, I knew I loved hockey. I knew I was better at hockey. So, yeah, so pretty much just playing hockey and soccer was my childhood.
Do you think that the physical element of hockey versus soccer kind of factored in, or at least the speed, or what was it exactly that kind of made you want to be a hockey player as opposed to pursuing soccer on a higher level?
Well, hockey's just a better sport. But I will say, like, soccer is kind of underrated with the physicality. Like, I think it is a pretty physical sport for sure. But
not as much flopping in hockey, maybe, fair to say?
So you could argue more.
Fair enough, fair enough. But you might get hit with a 2-minute embellishment charge as well in that thing. But Caden, where did your love from hockey kind of originate from? Who was your first coach? Was it something you learned from a family member, or did you have a really good mentor growing up?
Just the game itself, really. Like, just watching it and playing it, I just fell in love with it. As far as I don't remember who my first coach was because it was house league, but My first coach I remember was my friend's mom. Her name was Tammy, and she was our coach. And like, I remember her being hard on me, and it was really good. So like, she really saw that I was good at hockey, and she was hard on me, which I appreciate. And so that was my first memory of a coach.
Did you have a favorite NHL player that you looked up to, and what was your favorite NHL team growing up?
My favorite team was always Toronto Maple Leafs. But
I'm sorry to hear that. Boston Bruins fan, we've kind of had your number in recent years.
Always. Well, it's our year, trust. It's our year. But my favorite players growing up it was definitely Ovechkin, but I also loved Sidney Crosby. I loved Patrick Kane. Like, I always looked up to those guys, and, you know, I always took something from their games that I liked, like Patty Kane's hands. I love the way Crosby uses edges, and then I love the way Ovechkin scored goals. I love scoring goals as well, so, yeah.
And you've already got a couple as well in just 3 games as a Breaker. But moving into your youth career, you played for 3 different OJHL teams, the Aurora Tigers, the Trenton Golden Hawks, and the Markham Royals. How did that competitive OJHL league mold your game to develop it to what it's gotten to today?
You know, the coaches were hard in that league. They were always really hard on me, taught me a lot. And it was definitely competitive, you know, trying to be on the top line, trying to be the best player I could be. But at the end of the day, I've always been my own hardest critic. I've always wanted to be better for myself. And so, you know, I think just myself, really.
So then you go on to play college hockey at Morrisville State. What was your time like there, and how was it different playing in America versus in Canada? It was your first time really playing in the States.
Yeah, Morrisville was a small town, so like there was nothing around there. So all I was doing was playing hockey, playing basketball, and hanging out with my teammates. So it was definitely a good experience. I had a lot of fun there. Although I was only there for 1 year, I didn't really know what I wanted to go to school for. I just wanted to go and play hockey. So I did that. It was a fun year.
And it worked out for you as you turned pro in 24-25. You signed with the Binghamton Black Bears, and they're kind of the juggernaut, the epitome, what it is, the ultimate FPHL team right now, what everybody's striving to get towards, of course. They've got all the AHL amenities and a really good production, of course, on the ice and off. But what was it like playing in what might be the royalty in the FPHL, the Binghamton Black Bears?
Honestly, like when I was there, I couldn't like believe how like the fans were. The facility was amazing. Yeah, it was really surreal, and honestly, like I could see this place being kind of like that. Like the fans, they're pretty great here as well. The facility's amazing. This place isn't too far off. You know, I think you know, a few years you can definitely get there.
We're hoping to get there. But sticking with Binghamton for a minute, you've played with so many guys who've clocked so many points, including Tyson Kirkby, Austin Thompson, Jesse Anderson, a bunch of great defensemen. You got Bond. What was it like playing with talent around you? Do you think that it helped you to be better? Was it more difficult to kind of cater to their game as true veteran pros?
I think the main thing I learned from them was just to be confident and play my game. You know, every player has, you know, their skill set, and it's just to play their skill set and be confident within it. You know, going to a team like that, it's easy to be, you know, shy and not play your game because, you know, they're all very good. But, you know, I learned you just have to play your own game and be confident doing it. So I definitely learned a lot from them for sure.
So Binghamton, you play 23 games there. You have 15 points before moving on to Monroe. And in Monroe, you're starting to play hockey in the South. It was your first real taste of playing hockey for a team in the South, wearing T-shirt and shorts to the rink. Much different experience from being up freezing in Canada. How can you describe the difference between playing hockey in the North versus the South and just the vibe?
Obviously, the weather is way better down here. I love it. Going from the cold to the hot was amazing. Didn't bring no pants, no sweaters really. But I think the fans are way better down here for sure. But one thing I noticed, they don't know too much about hockey. They kind of view it as like football on ice, right? And so I love that. Like when I was in Monroe, they were tailgating like 2 hours before our game. There was like hundreds of people barbecuing in the parking lot. It was lit. So I really like that kind of culture, like the football culture down here. It's a lot of fun.
They're learning the game, and there are some very avid fans that I know are just jonesing to get into the Coliseum on the 31st. But Coach Penn's trades for you during training camp, brings you into Biloxi, saw you were on the trade block, said, that is the guy I want. You come in and immediately make an impact. You're one of the top scorers on the team early on. Just how does it feel to be valued, and take us through your reaction to being traded here and what was going through your head?
Well, I was shocked when they traded me, and I didn't think they were going to trade me. But at the end of the day, I was very happy to come here. This is a great place to play, and I heard a lot of great things about Coach Penn's. Like my buddies called me that played for him last year in Watertown, said a lot of great things. So, I was very excited to come here. And at the end of the day, as long as I'm playing hockey, I'm super happy, and that's all I want to do. So.
Greetings, loved ones. Let's take a journey.
I know a place where the grass is really greener. Warm, wet and wild. There must be something in the water. Sipping gin juice, laying underneath the palm trees. And then the boys break their necks, trying to creep a little sneak peek. You can travel the world, but nothing comes close to the Golden Coast. Once you party with us, you'll be falling in love. California girls were unforgettable. Daisy Dukes, bikinis on top, sun-kissed skin so hot will melt your popsicle. Girls were undeniable. Fine, fresh beers, we got it on lock. West Coast represent, now put your hands up.
Strength isn't built in a single race. It's earned, mile after mile, pedal after pedal, step after step. The same endurance that drives athletes to the finish line fuels the steady hands and sharp focus required in surgery. It's about resilience, precision, and commitment, in competition and in the operating room. Because true performance means showing up with excellence, no matter the arena.
Need an oil change but can't find the time? Matt Bowers Hyundai has free pickup and delivery for oil changes. If you live or work near Matt Bowers Hyundai in Gulfport, it doesn't get any easier. We'll come pick up your car at your home or business, leave you a loaner vehicle, change your oil, and give you a complimentary inspection. We'll even throw in a free car wash and bring your vehicle right back same day, zero hassle. Call now to schedule.
Shop smart. Buy local. Matt Bowers Hyundai, Gulfport.
Ben & Jerry's is serving up true ice cream euphoria inside the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Biloxi. You're sure to find your new favorite among more than 34 flavors. Let us scoop yours in one of our freshly baked waffle cones. Ben & Jerry's at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Biloxi, where euphoria awaits.
Fly in for a daiquiri that scores every time. Mile High Daiquiris is an aviation-themed daiquiri shop in the official daiquiri of the Biloxi Breakers. Open 7 days a week and offering 15 refreshing flavors, Jell-O shots, beer, and even a non-alcoholic daiquiri. They supply mobile daiquiris for weddings, birthday parties, and events. Only 4.6 miles west of the Mississippi Gulf Coast Coliseum. Grab your crew and come try the best daiquiris on the Gulf Coast where flavor takes flight. Become a frequent flyer at 1107 Cohen Road, Suite B, Gulfport.
At Superior Optical Lab, we're proud to be certified as a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business and to provide quality eyewear to veterans to whom we all owe our freedom. Thank you for your service.
Recharge your body. Reset your mind. Revive your spirit. At Revive and Thrive, every detail is designed to elevate your recovery and well-being. Unwind in our serene salt therapy room and float suite. Awaken your senses with the benefits of cold water immersion. Then, step into a custom-built sauna featuring soft Himalayan salt lighting for athletes, adventurers, and anyone ready to unlock the power of recovery. Discover the difference at reviveandthrivems.com.
The Mississippi Gulf Coast is where community and teamwork come together on and off the ice. Foshi Residential is proud to support the Biloxi Breakers as they bring the heat to the rink this season. Foshi Residential manages 3 unique apartment communities along the coast, each offering modern finishes, resort-style amenities, and a location that puts coastal living right at your doorstep. Ready to find your community? Visit foshiresidential.com/Biloxi Breakers for more information.
When injury knocks you out, Bienville Orthopedic Specialists will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Bienville Orthopedic Specialists. We will get you back.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest one. The cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged one. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
Coastal Prints is a brand new business on the coast specializing in screen printing, embroidery, and promotional items. Being local and with 30 plus years of experience, Coastal Prints carries all the hottest clothing brands and thousands of promotional items. Uniforms, workwear, hats, drinkware, coolers, tchotchkes, and much more. Coastal Prints will make your brand and logo stand out. Come see the new showroom on Seaway Road in Gulfport, or visit coastalprints.com or call 228-COASTAL.
Hello out there, we're on the air, it's hockey night tonight. Tension grows, the whistle blows, and the puck goes down the ice. The goalie jumps and the players bump and the fans all go insane. Someone roars, Bobby scores at the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Where players dash, the skates a flash, the home team trails behind. But they grab the puck and go bursting up and they're down across the line. They storm the crease like bumblebees, they travel like a burning flame. We see them slide the puck inside, it's the good old hockey game.
welcome you back to the Half Shell Oyster House third period of action getting set to get going. Let's take a quick look at our intermission numbers for you. 5-3 is our score. The Moccasins in front. The 4 goals they scored are listed there. We ran out of room to put them, but it's Fornaris, Liaraco, Schumacher, and Belant scoring the 4 for the Moccasins. You have Dokimov, Henry, and Crowder, the 3 goal scorers for the Breakers. The first goal scorer was, of course, Liaracos for Monroe. And a quick look at the breakdown of the game statistics. It is the second intermission, yes. 5-3 our score, 34-13 the shots on goal. 2 for 4 Moccasins on the power play. 0 for 1 the Breakers on the power play. Penalty minutes 13-7 in favor of the Breakers. There's been a lot of pushing and shoving, but not a whole lot of penalty minutes. Definitely a unique scenario we find ourselves in as we're about to kick off period 3. Referees letting a couple final seconds bleed off the intermission time, and we're ready to go for our Half Shell Oyster House third period. Caden Henry, with his group trailing by a pair, will take the opening face-off, and we're underway here in period 3. On across to the far side, sent in front, and maybe a hook as Henry's going to draw the Breakers an early power play. So they'll head to another walk-ons power play. Very early on here in the third frame. So Monroe's going to be given 2. We'll see who the guilty party is that they throw on the scoreboard, and it's going to be Corson Green. 2 minutes for either a hold or a hook, you'd have to think. And so the Breakers get a much-needed man advantage. Crowder drops it off to Henry. Henry in the circle, back over to Crowder. Got handcuffed for a moment, able to find it on his tape again. Henry has his pass deflect up and off the glass. Conway bats it back again down low. And it comes all the way out of the zone back towards Rosenzweig. Fans trying to will the Breakers back into this game, their home opener after a long offseason with a lot of changes, looking to pull off a miracle here, trailing by 2 in a game where the shot totals have begun to get really tilted in the favor of Monroe. Pass down low to Caden Henry. Henry wheeling back around above the circle, on over to Conway, who shoots, and that missed everything. Crowder down in the corner, on over to Pikarczyk. Pikarczyk able to reel it in inside the blue line. His shot deflected on the way in, and saved by Graham. Conway fights to keep it in the zone to Yevdokimov. He closes in, coils for a moment, and spins it back to Conway. Conway on over for Crowder. His one-timer just missed the far post and comes all the way back out into the neutral zone. Fresh off the bench, it's Tucker Scantlebury knocking it in deep. Crowder bumped into for a moment, turns the puck over in the defensive zone. Scantlebury with a good extra effort there, and Monroe is going to be able to skate out some precious penalty clock here. Josh Rosenzweig behind his own goal. Up the wall to Xavier Charbonneau. Charbonneau wheeling in across the blue line. He gets taken down. 2 minutes gone by here in the third period. 5-3 Moccasins. Thank you for joining me, Devin Dobek, on Breakers TV, on YouTube, Sportfy, and also on 106.3 FM. Another big hit as the puck escaped to Blake Keller, and the walk-ons power play comes to an end. Keller banks it out of the zone. Liaracos drops it on off. Walking in, Dubé Plouffe back to Liaracos. Hat trick goal, Yanni Liaracos. In his former home building, goes bar down to beat Rosenzweig. And it's 6-3. It has been all Monroe here tonight, as it looks like a Moccasins fan just threw a cowboy hat on the ice. I'm not sure. Oh, it's a hat trick, of course. Duh. But Liarakos tips the hat to the crowd, does a quick lap. And the Breakers have got to find some sort of momentum, some sort of opportunities. These two teams will square off again tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Couple boos come in after the Liarakos goal announced. A hat-trick goal for him. Had one goal coming into the evening. How about 3 here tonight? Something about the extra emotions going into a game at a place you used to call home. Don't want to call it a revenge game necessarily, but there's something about it that always provides some magic. Of course, we saw Caden Henry have quite the game in his return to the Monroe Moccasins barn. With that wonderful goal we saw in our hype video earlier on. Lucchese out there disrupting the play with his stick. Now another shot comes in. Rosenzweig will hold on to that one. 16:33 to go here in the third period. Tomorrow night should be a better crowd, not battling Halloween, of course, going on tonight. If anybody's returned from trick-or-treating, hope you had a good, safe, and fun holiday evening. And if you've got any sort of Reese's and you want to bring them up to the top row in the press box here, you can find me next game. Another mile-high daiquiri puck out of play. 16:27 showing on the game clock. Breakers need 3. Monroe's a team that has so much experience. So many guys who played Division I or in the East Coast Hockey League, of course. That's NHL affiliated. Albrecht, Ballant, Henry Graham now, Corson Green. And that experience, even when they go down, there's never a chance that they're going to be out of a hockey game. Henry Graham all of a sudden has settled in, but he's faced just 8 shots since period 1. Just outside the blue line, it's Frank Steinway. On over where it's sent into the zone by Curtis Hansen. It's the Seawolves line out there for Charlie Penn's group, of course, made up of Dalton Anderson centering Blake Keller and Curtis Hansen. Here comes Stefanini, closing in on the 15-minute mark here in period 3. Another quick drive, blew up on the stick of Frank Schumacher. Back up to his feet as Conway avoids the hit of Rasmus Asp, but the puck gets back on over for Dubé Plouffe. Asp back down low, holding on to it ever so carefully, protecting the puck, wheeling all the way around, sending it in front that time was Dubé Plouffe, but the Breakers collect the turnover and try to head back the other way. Can enter the zone once again. Puck banks down below the end wall. Back up it comes to Xavier Charbonneau. Charbonneau in across the blue line. Protecting the puck, run off into the wall by Corson Green. Down in the corner, it's Blake Keller. He gets stapled into the end wall. And puck spits back down low. Charbonneau trying to line up a hit. And doesn't get much behind it as the puck escapes free off of Kyler Matthews. Inside 14:40 to go as a breaker gets tipped over there. It was Blake Keller without the puck. Maybe trying to draw a call there, and then a big hard hit on Charbonneau. He's taken a couple of those tonight. Green looking in front for a tip. All kinds of collisions going on in front of Rosenzweig's crease as the players finally get untangled and back the other way again. Caden Henry slowing down, shooting, and he missed everything. Off the glass, Crowder sends it back off the wall to Keller. Keller into the middle, Henry shoots, and it goes up and off the glass again. Graham stands tall. Next whistle will be our first media timeout of the third period. Quick pass from Scantlebury gets through Rex Moe and back into the neutral zone where Monroe will have to reset. Breakers are going to go short-handed again on a stick infraction. when we return from the break, but another frustrating penalty. This time it's Caden Henry being assessed it. We'll be back in a splash. Don't go anywhere. Breakers still got time for some magic.
At Matt Bowers Hyundai Gulfport, we make it easy to drive the new Hyundai you want at the price you need. Every new Hyundai comes with Nat's lifetime powertrain warranty on top of Hyundai's America's Best warranty and owner assurance. That's serious value right here on the coast. Visit our new showroom just off Lorraine Road north of I-10 in Gulfport. Official sponsor of your Biloxi Breakers.
Shop smart, buy local. Matt Bowers Hyundai, Gulfport.
Ben & Jerry's is serving up true ice cream euphoria inside the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Biloxi. You're sure to find your new favorite among more than 34 flavors. Let us scoop yours in one of our freshly baked waffle cones. Ben & Jerry's at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Biloxi, where euphoria awaits.
Breakers headed short-handed. Caden Henry the guilty party this time. It's been a while since the home crowds had something to cheer about. The most recent goal came from Cole Crowder at 3:19 into the second period. And since then, it has been all Monroe with 5 unanswered. Similar theme to what we saw on opening night, just flipping the order. Breakers had to battle back, but unfortunately couldn't get it done on the road. It was a kneeing penalty. A kneeing, not something you see too often, as Rosenzweig makes another kick save on Schumacher. Back down low, it's kept in. Up to the point once more. Schumacher, who's already got a goal tonight, looking for another on the power play. Out at the point, quick shot from Turner, goes down low. And Leo Rocco sniffing for goal number 4 is denied. Going down that time is Fisher on the kill. In front, a quick chance. And it caroms back out to the point. Another chance in front. Monroe trying to force one in on Rosenzweig and finally able to fight it out off some contact. And we play on. Dubé Plouffe closing in, tipped in front by Corey Cunningham, and it goes wide on the blocker side of Rosenzweig. A lot of traffic down there. It's a Raven and Rose tattoo penalty kill, of course. As this arena all of a sudden has become much quieter. Fans holding their breath, hoping that the Breakers can survive this and try and generate some chances of their own. .12:15 on the game clock. Breakers had their 3 goals on their opening 8 shots. Since then, nothing doing. Graham slowing things down behind his goal. And now here come the Moccasins. It's Fernaris entering the zone with speed. Drop pass on over to Kyler Matthews quickly. Sent down low where Steinway looks to find Charbonneau. One-on-one now, he'll close in. Hits the brakes, goes through the legs of the defender and lost the puck, making the move. And now Monroe shifts the ice once again. Albrecht drops it down, kept in. Collision as Henry rejoins the play. The Raven and Rose tattoo penalty kill comes to an end. Another drive from Mo is held onto by Rosenzweig at 11:25. Couple fans in Blake Keller uniforms getting into it down there on the glass. Puck is dropped once more. Breakers just going to chip it out of the zone. Moccasins have played 2 games in the time the Breakers have been off. So, of course, maybe just all that practice time, not enough game time having an effect on this game. Breakers came out strong, just took their foot off the gas, a couple long reviews, and unfortunately, they're on the receiving end of quite the run, as the referees are going to get a Monroe Moccasin here. Yevdokimov was taken down, and the Breakers are going to get another crack at a walk-on's power play. It's Dylan Hullaby, the guilty party. He's been quiet tonight. Have not seen too much of Dylan Hullaby. Still looking for some points as a Moccasin after returning from the Danbury hat tricks. Puck is dropped once again. Pikarczyk gives it off down low. Yevdokimov out to the point for Declan Conway. Crowder shooting one. That got through everything. Comes all the way back out to Conway. Forces it back down low. Out to the point, it's Crowder turning it over. Short-handed. Here comes Stefanini closing in. The shot, he scores. Cole Crowder turned it over just inside the blue line. And Ben Stefanini, the Framingham, Massachusetts native and second-year Moccasin, makes it 7-3. Six unanswered Moccasins goals. That most recent one coming short-handed. Moccasins have put up a combined 16 goals in 5.5 periods against Biloxi this season. There is still time on the power play. The graphic likes to disappear when we add a goal. But we've got another minute 15 remaining on the Breakers' man advantage. Is now another opportunity developing, a 2-on-1 shorthanded into the middle, walking in. Rosenzweig makes a big save. Down hard into the crease goes Caden Henry, and now we get a whistle. 9:57 to go. It'll be immediate timeout, and someone else booked for tripping. So a little bit of pushing and shoving, but it looks like it's going to be a 5-on-3 brewing for the Breakers. They need 2 quick. Can they do it on the other side? We'll find out.
Fly in for a daiquiri that scores every time. Mile High Daiquiris is an aviation-themed daiquiri shop in the official daiquiri of the Biloxi Breakers. Open 7 days a week and offering 15 refreshing flavors, Jell-O shots, beer, and even a non-alcoholic daiquiri. They supply mobile daiquiris for weddings, birthday parties, and events. Only 4.6 miles west of the Mississippi Gulf Coast Coliseum. Grab your crew and come try the best daiquiris on the Gulf Coast where flavor takes flight. Become a frequent flyer at 1107 Cohen Road, Suite B, Gulfport.
It's a walk-ons 5-on-3 power play this time. Minute and 4 seconds of 5-on-3 before it'll go to a 5-on-4 for 56 seconds. Of course, all that could change with a Breakers goal. Crowder gives it on over to Conway. Conway down low, holding. Holding is Yevdokimov. Back for Conway, one-timer save, Graham. Loose in front, Henry tried to tuck it home. And it's held on to another big save by Henry Graham, who certainly has settled into this game. It's been about 28 minutes of gameplay since he gave up goal number 3. Of course, the Breakers have not had too many shots in that span, but Graham has done his part to make sure that in a game where his team scored 7, his team is going to have a comfortable lead. Crowder again off the crossbar. A 5-on-3 power play goal for Cole Crowder. That was one they desperately needed. Couldn't have come at a much better time, and that'll take one of the penalties off the scoreboard. Beautiful shot from Cole Crowder, his 2nd of the night, 4th of the season. And it's 7-4. Breakers still with 92 seconds to go on the man advantage. Henry, toe drag release, missed on the near side. Given back on over to Crowder. Crowder lost it at the blue line again, but Monroe had no momentum headed that way. And the Breakers get a chance to reset. Crowder touches it through to Pikarczyk. And now another turnover. Here come the Moccasins with speed closing in. A dangle and a save made by Rosenzweig. Point blank on Fernaris. It looks like Declan Conway might have tipped that one home because they're crediting the goal to him for the meantime. So the half shell Oyster House 4-goal challenge has been complete. It's our, ironically enough, half shell 3rd period. But if you're in the area and you want to go to a half shell location, you can get a half dozen oysters for free. So take advantage of that. Haven't tried a Biloxi oyster yet. More used to the Massachusetts Cape Cod-esque versions, but we'll have to definitely give it a shot. 8:15 to go in regulation. Anderson slowing it down, looking for a hard pass to Charbonneau. Blew up on the tape of him for a moment. He gets run into the wall hard. Big hit down in the corner. Charbonneau able to pick up the pieces. Shot from Hansen at the point goes way up and out of play with 7:55 remaining in the 3rd period. Another mile-high daiquiri puck out of play. So the walk-ons power play has also come to an end. As we head back to even strength hockey here. Face-off is won by the Breakers, but they can't keep it inside the blue line. Tim Delaney is peeled down. Looked like Charlie Penns wanted a call as Rosenzweig makes another big save. He's got 35 of those tonight. Definitely the most lopsided the shot totals have been in a Breakers game through the opening 4. Of course, the Monroe one earlier on, we are inching towards that mark where they had upwards of 50. The Breakers were estimated to have 20, but the shots were unfortunately a little messed up in that game. It was the home opener for the Moccasins, so there's typically a couple problems on the stat sheet as Infantino tried to quickly get it to Keller, and his pass a little too strong. Now a chance in front, knocked away by Lucchese with the stick, up and out of play. Another mile-high daiquiri puck out of play. Full personnel changes for the Breakers as the Henry line returns. Looks like Pikarczyk is now being slotted on that line as opposed to Conway, joined by Yevdokimov. Steinway and Bondi out there as well. Face-off won by Monroe. Henry chips it into the neutral zone. Pikarczyk takes the slash. Sent in front by Yevdokimov. Pikarczyk couldn't find a home for it. Delayed penalty coming as Rosenzweig comes out of his crease, headed to the bench hard. And at 7:05, after the Breakers couldn't buy a power play, they've had 3 in a matter of about 8 minutes, maybe a little less.
Section 22. Section 22.
So it's Kyler Matthews, who's already served 5 for fighting. Headed back to a place he will likely have a timeshare this season for the Moccasins in the penalty box. As another breakdown at the blue line by the Breakers. Conway had a jump over his stick, and Stefanini, who's already got an incredible shorthanded goal tonight, almost had another. Henry motoring up the near side wall with speed. Drops it back for Yevdokimov. He slows it down, gives it up to Conway. Back across for a pass down low by Pikarczyk. Henry back to Pikarczyk. Now it's Declan Conway who shoots. Save made, rebound in front. And Henry tried to knock it back on goal. Instead, it comes out to the point. Henry, quick pass for Conway with room, shoots. Save made by Graham, still free. And Crowder took a couple shoves, setting a pick right in front of the crease. As Graham able to track that one down once again and hold on to it. 6:18 to go here, period 3. Minute 14 on the minor to Matthews. Shortly after his penalty expires will be our final media timeout at the next whistle. Breakers would like to expedite that. Maybe score and take the power play off the board, make it 7-5, and then Charlie Penns can start to think about pulling Rosenzweig. Another quick shot comes in. Hansen had that one knocked down. Backing off for a moment, Anderson comes in to try and free up the puck. Seawolves line out there again. Keller had his skates locked up with a snake. Back up to his feet and leading the charge the other way, protecting the puck as he's spun down. That's an easy call for the officials to make again. Another penalty coming against the Moccasins as Rosenzweig gets to the bench. Charbonneau shoots, save made by Graham. Back on out to Hansen. Hansen walking in point blank, dropped it off to Charbonneau, but the pass got deflected through. Charlie Penns barking orders from the bench. Conway elects to kick it to the defender and maximize the 5-on-3 time as opposed to the 6-on-4 bonus penalty. Charlie Penns realizes time is of the essence and we need to go now. 2-man up. So, see who tackled Blake Keller there. Still trying to locate a number. The black on black strikes again. Black number, black jersey, of course. It's Fornaris given the 2-minute penalty. He probably could suit up for the Saints on Sunday with a hit like that. Clock should read 5:25 right now. I forgot to hit pause again. They score! Down low. It's a quick goal for Caden Henry. Another power play tally with still 5:21 left to go. Well, the Breakers all of a sudden have climbed back into this one. Still with a 5-on-4 power play. And Fornaris still has a minute 48 on his. Looks like the officials are taking a look at something over in the bench. We'll get our clock correct in the meantime. They might be trying to iron out the penalties as well. Crowd coming alive here in Biloxi. This game is within reach. Breakers showing some fight. Caden Henry gets the goal.
Breakers power play goal.
That power play that's been so lethal delivers here in the third. It was Lucas Pikarczyk credited with the goal. from Conway. Looked like Caden Henry, but Pikarczyk is the one credited with the goal. My apologies. Both guys are not prone to Selly too much, so I mixed them up. So you have Dakamov, gets it back to Henry. Henry tried a quick shot. Crowder scores! It's Cole Crowder on the power play again. 7-6. And still 4:45 to go. If you went to the bathroom, you might have missed it. 3 unanswered from the Breakers on the power play. Wow! Can you believe it? Shots 42-22, scores 7-6. We got a barn burner here in Biloxi. Just a breakdown in the defensive zone by Monroe, and Crowder saw a little bit of room, picked his spot, and found a home. 7-6. Still trailing by 1, so can't get too excited. Pikarczyk in across the blue line, turns it over. That's the end of our walk-ons power play, of course. Doesn't get much more successful than that. Crowder from Henry. 4:25 remaining. Can the Breakers force overtime? Try and steal some sort of points in a game that's felt like it's been all Mocs. Rosenzweig with a couple good ones there. Another one sent in from Rosenzweig. Down in the splits, makes another big save. Bank pass now the other way. Keller couldn't reel it in. Holy cow, what a hockey game here on opening night in Breaker Bay. Tim Delaney will start fresh. 3:47 to go here in the third. Infantino tipped over with a hit. Almost leg-to-leg contact there, but good discipline from Monroe to avoid going shorthanded again. Lucchese flips it into the neutral zone, right back to the Mocs. Inside 3:30 to go. In the third period, Devin Dobek with you on Breakers TV, Sportfee YouTube, and 106.3 Super Talk Mississippi. Big hit by Lucchese that time to take Albrecht out of the play. Charbonneau bracing for impact, able to punch it into the zone, turned over. Conway tried to center one, closing in was Infantino. That could have been special. Just pass got deflected just enough to blow up the play. As swatted back over to Charbonneau. He got pulled down, it looked like. Pens wants a penalty. And the referees, who've already made a bunch of calls against the Moccasins, keep their whistles in their pockets. As tension's beginning to boil. Conway back down low. Sent back to Conway. One-timer. Graham makes the save. Inside 2.5 minutes. Monroe all of a sudden has zero momentum. Bondi around the goal. Sends it up to the point. Now over on the near side. 130 seconds remain here on Halloween opening night. Is a spooky comeback in the works for Biloxi. Crowder down low. A nice hit into Rasmus Asp, and they're going to book Crowder. It looked like a little embellishment as well, and that is a dagger of a penalty to Cole Crowder. Minute 56 remaining on the game clock, and the Breakers are going to be shorthanded the entirety of it. As that will be our final media timeout. We'll take it. Or maybe a timeout, actually.
What do you want to buy, a Matt Bowers Hyundai?
Immediately following the timeout, here we go. The final minute 56 of the Half Shell Oyster House third period. Crowder sent for 2 minutes. Breakers are going to need a shorthanded goal to force overtime, unless the Mocs take one of their own. Thunderstruck blaring into the Coliseum speakers, trying to will the crowd to get behind their guys and make the impossible possible. Schumacher, run into by Pikarczyk. He gets run into the wall hard. Fans wanted a call, they'll be denied. 100 seconds remain. Closing in, Dubé Plouffe. Off of Rosenzweig, might have caught a piece of the post from my vantage point. And it goes wide. Henry now 2-on-1 shorthanded. Henry looking for a lane, shoots, and he missed everything. Oh, that could have been the opportunity that the Breakers had willed. Henry with a good defensive effort on the back end for Monroe, cannot find some netting. Yevdokimov breaks up the play. Very close to a hook there. Lucchese slams into his man. Once again down low, chance in front. Monroe had a one-timer with Dubé Plouffe. And the puck's gonna spit free back out towards the blue line again. Inside a minute to play here on opening night. Blast from the point, tipped in front, goes just by the far post. 42 seconds, Monroe continuing to set it up, playing keep away from the Breakers. Not concerned too much about the goal, more about the clock. Albrecht back to Belant. Breakers need to flank them one way or another. Inside 30 seconds to go. Breakers, time is of the essence, they've gotta go. Back out to the point, quick shot comes in, Rosenzweig makes the save and holds on. A little bit of a 3-inch punch after the fact as well. Doesn't like when people are in his personal bubble. So 19.1 seconds on the clock. Breakers searching for a face-off win and a quick rush the other way. You got to think Monroe's going to be playing conservative, though. Huge thanks to all of our listeners tuning in. If you're joining us from other games, happy to have you here as well. Looks like we've got 250 people on our YouTube stream. And I'm sure another triple-digit number on our Sportfy side of things. Monroe controlling it on the wall. Pulling down low. Hansen trying to start something quickly. It's the Seawolves line. Can they do it? Over to Conway. 5 seconds to go. Entering the zone. Here comes Rosenzweig. Through the skates of Hansen it goes. Hansen can't get a stick on the puck, and that will do it. Not without one last hit from Corson Green on the far wall. And the Moccasins spoil a late comeback push from Biloxi in their home opener. Final score of this one, 7-6 Monroe. A tough pill for the Breakers to swallow, but they'll be back at it tomorrow night. You see Cole Crowder crouched over down on the ice, of course. Or rather, that might be Yaro Yevdokimov. Breakers will go to center ice and salute the home crowd. An opening night thriller, a barn burner in Biloxi, ends with a Monroe 7-6 victory. Breakers salute the crowd here on opening night. And we will head into our post-game coverage here on Breakers TV. Back in a few short moments for our post-game show.
You want your freedom. what you love and what you hate and what you love. Oh, thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. Say when they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you know. You know.
And we welcome you back into our Breakers post-game coverage. They fall by a final score of 7-6 tonight. Let's take you through the box score. What a game it was. I mean, when you get 13 goals in a hockey game, there's going to be a lot of time for entertainment. And the home crowd got what they wanted. Of course, the shot totals were a little lopsided, but in the end, Monroe, who played better throughout the majority of the game, proved to be victorious. Breakers put up a fight. 3 unanswered goals late to make it a hockey game. But Leo Rocco's opened the scoring at 8:40 on the power play from Turner and Schumacher. The Breakers went 0 for 1 on their opening power play, but Caden Henry at 12:50 found himself on the scoreboard from Yevdokimov to make it 1-1. I think it's Yevdokimov from Henry, rather, and then the next one should be Henry from Yevdokimov and Pikarczyk. Score sheet, of course, we're still ironing it out on our home opening night. Cole Crowder gets the third goal from Henry and Grant Bondi. And then a flurry of 6 Monroe unanswered goals open things up. Fernaris at 4:49 from Cunningham and Albrecht. Leo Rocco's on the power play from Turner and Dubé Plouffe. 19:28 on the power play, Frank Schumacher. 19:41, 13 seconds later, maybe something that the Breakers are going to look back on and wish had gone differently. 2 goals in that final minute in period 2 for Monroe. Belant from Sam Turner at 19:41 made it all of a sudden 5-3 Monroe. Then it was Leo Rocco's again completing his hat trick at 2:39 in period 3 from Dubé Plouffe. And then Stefanini with a shorthanded tally right around the midway point of period 3, unassisted to make it 7-3. But the Breakers, they found a way. 3 goals in 5 minutes after that. Conway, it was Crowder scoring that one. They mixed it up on the score sheet. So Cole Crowder actually had a hat trick tonight. Once that's ironed out on the score sheet, you will be able to see for yourself. But he did score 3 goals. That one that I thought was by him, they credited to Conway, was Cole Crowder. So he had a hat trick. Pikarczyk gets the next one at 14:38 from Conway. And then it was Crowder completing his hat trick on the power play from Henry. All 3 of those Breakers goals in that 5-minute span came a man up. The shots by period, Monroe in the first, 12-6, a slight advantage. It was kind of a back and forth period. Neither team had too many opportunities. In the second period, when Monroe really opened things up, 22-7 the shot totals. And then period 3, 12-11. So the Breakers showed some fight, of course, had a lot of help with their walk-ons power play time, but fell just short. Had a chance, Caden Henry did, short-handed to make something happen. As now we're going to head into our 3 stars of the game. Of course, the first star in his homecoming, Yanni Leo Rocco's 3 goals, no assists, is the game's first star. Caden Henry with a goal and 3 assists for 4 points. What a season he's having early on, is the game's second star. And Cole Crowder with 3 goals. 3 goals is the game's third star. And these 2 teams will meet once again tomorrow night on Breakers TV on 106.3 Super Talk Mississippi and on YouTube and Sportfeed. So tune into the game if you can't get into the house. We hope everybody can join us tomorrow. There will be a magnet schedule giveaway at the south entrance. So the main entrance when you pull in at the Coliseum, you want to go in that doors as early as possible, and you'll have a chance to take home a magnet schedule of your Breakers. Some good fridge decoration, if you ask me. I got one up at the apartment back in Biloxi myself. But a tough one nonetheless for these guys. It's a game that they can't mull over too much because they got to come back and do it again tomorrow. But, of course, a couple goals that were borderline from Monroe. Of course, this spurt of 6 unanswered goals, the 2 final minute goals, a lot of things that you're not going to see this Breakers team doing the rest of the way this season. So I wouldn't get too concerned about giving up 7 goals. Josh Rosenzweig also was sensational until that 6-goal run that came out of nowhere. But prior to that, he was making some incredible saves. So rest assured, he will be sharp once again the next time he's between the pipes. We are not sure who it will be tomorrow night. Elwha Bouchard is the current backup goaltender. Anton Borodkin was also traded for, but he has not practiced yet, so I would imagine it will not be his cage after coming over from the Indiana Sentinels. But thank you so much to everybody tuning into our Breakers coverage. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast, the graphics, everything going on. It's only going to get better from here, especially when we have some more intermission content for you. But what a game it was. Thank you so much again. The final score: the Monroe Moccasins 7, the Biloxi Breakers 6. On behalf of our entire production crew here at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum, my name is Devin Dobeck, reminding you always to live the dream. We'll see you tomorrow night.